I do have to have a bed waiting for me.
Do you?
Jeez.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Episode 17, motherfuckers. There's NightmareFrame. That's Demon Doctor 7. And then special guest Kirarahime. And I'm MrRoadblock. Yeah. She streams on Twitch. VTuber. Really cool person. Yeah.
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 Good job, man. I'm
What
proud
a
of you.
Yep.
Proud of you.
Yep. Thank
Honestly,
you.
pretty good.
Thank you.
You know, maybe
Thank
not
you.
call our people motherfuckers, but other than that, pretty good. You know, it's pretty good.
There. Intro.
But how's everybody doing? Kira, how are you doing?
I'm good.
all right.
That's it. This is, wow, this is so awkward, dude.
This is horrible. Holy
God, she's taking
fuck.
notes from Road, dude. I swear to God.
dude,
Yeah.
dude, I can't do fake enthusiasm. So like fucking like you're like, yeah, just be enthusiastic. No, I can't fucking do. The one guy wearing
Dude,
a sweatshirt
the
and everyone
fans
else is
want
like,
it, dude.
what?
The fans want enthusiasm.
No, they don't.
All right.
My 4 family members who watch this have told me everything that is not enthusiasm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They
you are
think
known
I'm
as like a
perfect.
chill
Yeah,
streamer,
they told
you
me
know?
I'm doing great, actually.
I don't even think they know
Oh
what
my
you're doing, but all right.
Fuck
Like,
no,
they're
they
probably
don't.
confused as shit.
Fuck no, they don't. Oh my god.
Dude, that's a topic we could talk about. Is like, how does your family members not realizing the fuck you do? Because like they grew up in a point where it's like work and get money, and you're like, I talk to a camera and I make a living.
Doc, I think you're.
works.
I mean, I don't know about Kira. I don't know about you for you, Kira. I think Doc, your family is the only family that does not know that you
Yeah, 'cause
stream.
I don't want to tell them. Fuck no, dude. I'm Indian, dude. They find out. They're like, why are you more happy and talkative on the stream than you are like in IRL? Or like they're gonna be like, why are you wasting your time doing this shit when you could be working? And I'm like, it's fun. We don't have fun in this family, is what they're gonna say.
You fucking. Wait, does your family knows, right, Kira? There's no way they don't.
Yeah.
You do this full time. There's no. You
Yeah,
can't be
no,
like, tax evasion. Fucking.
No, my family knows. My mom's supportive. She actually also streams, so like it kind of makes sense when it comes to that.
Wait,
but
what?
Your mom streams?
Your
Yeah.
mom streams?
Wait,
yeah,
this is new.
Yeah.
What the
Wait,
fuck?
Can we get the channel or?
No, don't, God, don't, don't, Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna put it on the goddamn podcast. I
Jesus
was like,
Christ, Doc.
No.
Can
Nobody's
I
getting
know
that.
where your mother streams video games? Please, asking
See, man,
for
when
a
you say
friend.
it like that, it's fucking weird, all right?
I don't know, you
when
immediately
you put it like
where?
that, it's weird.
Where,
That wasn't
dude?
my first thought, all right? But okay.
Oh my fucking god. Does she stream
But that's
games?
fucking cool, though.
yeah. She plays like Destiny and that kind of stuff. so.
Holy fuck,
Wait.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Wait, your
fucking
mom is a
insane.
D2 player? Oh,
Yup.
no.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Is she
what?
Yeah,
switching
she
to
used to
Warframe
play
now after the
Modern
whole-
Warfare 2. That's how she got into it. And so
What?
yeah.
I
Okay.
wish my fucking mom played Con. That would be great. Fuck.
I think I tried to get my mom to play fucking Mario Kart and she just like threw down the controls like this is
Fucking
awful.
Mario Kart? Ah, yes.
Dude,
I was like
Minecraft,
kicking
dude.
ass, dude. I
Dude,
was
you would
a-
enjoy
I
Minecraft.
was a beast. You say Minecraft?
Dude, imagine having a Minecraft world with your mom or your parents and you in it. Dude, I'd be trolling them so hard and burning down their houses and shit. Be like,
Doc, you
dude,
sound
I'd
like
be
you're fucking 12,
Dude.
dude.
It'd be so great.
gonna step on that pressure plate.
And then they're gonna
Fucking-
realize why you can't just leave a monitor to go talk to them or go get food because you're busy in a game, and then they'll realize that
Oh my
shit.
God.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh my-
fuck. I didn't even. All right. Fucking.
I derailed the whole conversation. An older person plays video games? What? But yeah, so like my dad didn't really play much. He played like the original Star Fox and, you know,
Holy shit.
like style of games that would have been, you know, arcade style, like going to actual arcades. But he didn't really play much after that. We would have to like you'd have to set the computer up for him, load the game, and then go, here you go, you can play now, because he's like
Okay.
technology illiterate by choice. Like he just didn't care to actually learn any of it. But my mom, my sister, my brother, like just we've all been gamers. Like we had literally 3 Xbox 360s in the house, one for each
Holy
person,
shit.
so that we could play you know, our games in separate rooms and whatnot. I mean, I
Holy
remember
fuck.
being a little kid sitting in front of the TV and like watching other people in my house play games, which kind of translates pretty well
Yeah.
into the fact that I'm a streamer now because now I have other people watching me. But I remember sitting on the floor in the living room and my mom playing things like Super Mario Sunshine or
Nice.
Pikmin or
Nice.
stuff like that. And I would watch my uncle play Tomb Raider when I was really
Which
young.
one?
The originals.
The old one.
He had the on the
Right.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think
It's
the
kind
old-
of awesome, dude. Your whole family being
Yeah.
video gamers.
gamers is that's
like
kind of
Jacob
huge.
Chad.
I'm the
Yeah.
only one I think at this point in my family
Like
who
my mom
actually
still
engages.
questions why I play video games all fucking day long. Like
Yeah.
What?
literally.
Yeah,
no,
no,
they
I
don't
was, like,
understand it.
5 years old or so when I got my first Game Boy, the Game Boy Color.
Holy shit.
like,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've been playing video games for as long as I can
My
remember.
parents refused to get me like any type of portable console. I remember asking like I was like dead set on getting a DS, and they just were not having that shit. They were like, "You already play on the Wii way too much. You're gonna become malformed if you start carrying that thing around with you." They were like, I was like, "What the fuck?" No, I don't even remember how I got into games. I think they just bought a Wii. I helped them set it up somehow at the age of like 4, and was like, "All right, now get out." That's fucking.
Just like that.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. It was like, well, me and my
That's how for most people it was. Like, dude, I had to ask for 4
Yeah.
months for $20 from my mom just so I could get CS:GO.
you bought CS:GO?
Yeah, I was like, cause I used to have a laptop and stuff, so I'd play games, but I had to ask my mom for like 4 months straight in like middle school just to get CS:GO.
I would not
Like,
have pegged
you're
you as a
wasting
CS:GO
fucking-
player.
My dad, dude, I'd be like, dude, dad, I need $500 to get some books or like go here for like,
Bro.
and she'd be like, all right, here, and then he's like $20 for games, and oh, fuck you, that's useless.
Fuck
I'm
you.
like, all right.
Get bent, kid. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah, for me, they've just always been around. When my parents got married before I was born, they bought themselves like something nice with the money from the wedding. So my
Mhm.
dad bought himself a mountain bike, and my mom bought herself an NES.
That's big.
So like
Really?
it's been
Fucking
yeah,
huge, dude.
it's been
That is
around
fucking
for like
great.
as long as I can remember. I remember when the Wii came out because I went to Toys R Us with my mom and sister just randomly. We were there for like some other purpose, and we were given a little ticket, and apparently we were one of the first people in line to like get a Wii. And my mom calls my dad, "Can we afford this?" And my dad looks at the finances, and they're both like discussing, and they're like, "Yeah, I think we can," because we didn't have a ton of money, so it was like, "Can we get the Wii?" So we got the Wii in a couple of games, and oh man, I mean, the GameCube is still one of my favorite systems, but I was so
It's backwards
excited
compatible.
to get the Wii. Yeah, I
It's
was.
fucking.
We out of the blue, we never did that kind of stuff, and I was like, video games, and went home with like the brand new Mario or whatever
Yeah.
came out at the same time as the
So
Wii, and it was.
I
What
never
was
thought
it?
about it, but like how it would be for us if we play video games with our parents. That'd be so awesome, dude.
I've always wanted to try. My parents just can't.
No.
My
I
mom has
used-
zero
Yeah.
interest. I tried a few times when I was a kid, like, come play video games. They were just like, this is horseshit.
much.
this is nonsense.
I mean, dude, have play games with your kids, dude. Like start Minecraft World hardcore.
Oh, I'm starting my
dude.
kids young. Those
Oh, yeah,
motherfuckers
dude.
are gonna play like Minecraft or something.
There's a meme
Those-
where like a newborn is born and they had a phone watching MTV and people
Yeah.
green screen a bunch of stuff. They're like the Batman or like a bunch of movies. Are like, all right, we're gonna start this guy young. One Piece.
And then they grow up to hate it. They fucking, they're like, Dad, you're pass the fucking Cheerios, you weirdo.
That is one thing. Like, you know, a lot of the shit you do when you're young, you start hating it as you get older. But
It's
no,
because I think it's because it
still like video
depends.
games.
I think it depends how you're like introduced to it. Because I know that happens with sports a lot. Like a kid's like from day fucking one just compete. By the time they get
Yeah.
to like high school, they're like, dude, I'm burnt out on this shit. This is painful. So I don't know. I'm fully ready for my kids to be like, Dad, you're a fucking weirdo playing a game double your
Dude,
age.
That's
Fucking
me with anime though. I'll be like, dude, my kids are gonna be like, Dad, you watch this shit? I'm like, dude,
Doc sitting there with
We're
his
not gonna talk
fucking
about
body pillow.
dude, like
At
that's the weird
the
shit, is,
ripe
like-
age of 45.
Yeah.
Dad.
But the
You're
thing
a
is, like,
sick
your kid starts
bastard.
watching like Death Note or something. You're like, dude, that's gonna be good. I'm like, dude, that's some shit I want to do. But like, the other cringe stuff we do now that'll affect us
I hope
later.
this.
is gonna be
I
weird.
hope none of this ever sees the light of day.
Oh, I hope so, too.
I hope a minute of this does never. No, no.
We
thing
decided
is,
2 years from now we'll delete the whole archive of
Oh,
podcasts.
someone will find this. Someone will find someone.
yeah, I used to play games with my dad, but it was mostly fighting games and
Oh, nice.
FIFA. He enjoyed FIFA a lot, but it was mostly fighting games. He got a Sega Genesis for the youngins. It's a very old console. Okay, we use cartridges. So the first game we ever played together was Mortal Kombat, and he was very competitive. I mean, we both were, but he tended to be
Spike
more of a
remote.
sore loser.
My 12-year-old
Yeah.
son
Did you
beat
throw
me.
the remote?
12 years?
just
No.
smashed.
I was 7, dude, at that time. Yeah, and then later when it was around like 1996 or 90, I don't know. Sorry, no, 98, 97. I think it was around 98, 90. Yeah, around that time. We got a PlayStation and we got Tekken. All right, so we played Tekken, and when Tekken 2 came out, we got that as well. And Tekken 3. Tekken 3 is still, I think, one of my favorite childhood memories. And me and my dad used to play that a lot, like a lot. We always used to fight with each other. And whenever he lost, when I beat his ass, right, he would say, like, one more fucking time.
Nice.
Right? He would take the controller, right? Just imagine it's a PlayStation controller. So he would use X and circle, and he would pick Eddie Gordo, that capoeira guy, and he would just spam the X and circle. I'm like,
Nice.
what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nice.
It's like, shut
Dude,
up, I'm
he's
gonna
like,
kick your
I can't
ass.
let my kid win. He's
I'm
like
gonna
that.
kick your ass, right?
Nice.
So then
That's-
he would beat
healthy.
me, and then we'll do a rematch, and then I'll
I just
beat him
realized
even
just taken out
more.
of context would be really bad.
Yeah.
He would beat me. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And then, after I beat him, we're just like, go to your room. Just go to your room. Like he was
You're
he
grounded.
was
You're
done.
grounded.
He was
You're not
done,
eating
right?
tonight. God damn it.
Yeah. And then it got to a point where then we haven't played it together for a while, and then my uncle came over and we played Final Fantasy VIII. It was also a really good memory back then. He did pass away quite recently. Yeah, that was
Sorry.
like thanks. That was one of the main memories I've had with him when we both completed Final Fantasy VIII. That's why it's also one of my favorite Final Fantasies. So I think like if you're gonna play video games, right, as a grown up, I think it's gonna be really cool if kids know that, oh shit, my dad also plays video games, and if they're into video games, right? You don't have to force them into that,
I do.
and you don't you don't have to like also pretend, as long as you actually genuinely enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
and yeah,
I think it's more of a thing of just shared enjoyment, Like,
Yeah,
this is something like I enjoy doing. This is kind of like why. Like, and I think showing them like games you played as a kid. Or and then having
that'll be so fucking cool.
that's what I want to
Yeah.
do. I want to do that, and then of course like
Show them your Minecraft world.
son,
Be like,
son,
here's a
look.
tour of my Minecraft.
This is
world.
when me and my friends built a giant wool dick in Minecraft. Look.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
like, why are you playing that shitty blocky game, Dad?
Dude,
Dad,
your kid gets more disgusted by you when you show shit like that. You're
my
like,
kid is
dude,
going to
I
be a
made some life
fucking.
choices I
If
shouldn't
I
have.
ever have a child, that guy is going to be a vagrant.
That thing? Why would you say that thing?
He
The
knows.
tentacle monster in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be.
like his fucking xenomorph.
Oh my god!
No,
Like you hooked up with hentai aliens and shit.
oh my god.
No, cause like, dude, that shit's worrying, right? Cause like Kim Kardashian and shit, they have like tapes of them out there, and their kids.
Oh
are
yeah,
gonna see that
especially
one
if you're
day.
an OnlyFans
Yeah.
thing. That is messed
Oh.
up.
But like
Oh,
also
yeah.
like PewDiePie and stuff, because they said some stuff they shouldn't have, and they've done things, and their kids are gonna find that eventually when they grow older, and it's like, how is that gonna change their perspective on their?
Oh,
parents?
that's fine. That's fine. Like
I mean,
PewDiePie,
obviously,
like
OnlyFans is a whole different story. but-
yeah, the things that PewDiePie said, that's nothing, dude.
I think
But-
a lot of it's like I think more than the act itself is more the act for itself speaks fucking multitudes of levels, but also like how you deal with it in response.
Mhm.
Like if Sneeko ever has kids, or like somebody like
Brother.
that ever has kids, that's gonna be a
Game
big
over.
like look.
Because I
son.
read a post recently on Twitter how this one kid in high school or middle school was suicidal because
His mom, right? OnlyFans.
Yeah, because his mom does OnlyFans, and his friends sent him pictures of his
Yeah,
mom.
dude, kids
which
are
is
vicious.
insane.
Kids are fucking vicious, dude. Like
I'm not saying that he should deserve that. I mean, but the
no,
mom
the kid
should
didn't
be.
do, the kid didn't do
No,
anything to deserve that.
Yeah,
No.
but the fucking mom is like, dude, no, that's fucked up. Especially like we've talked about this a while ago. It was about that mom who was advertising that she did OnlyFans when
On
she
the
came
back
to pick
of
up
her
her
car.
kid.
Like
Yeah,
to pick
dude.
up her kid.
Windshield sticker and everything of her own
And,
fan.
and the school said we will expel your kid if you did not get rid of that fucking sticker. And she was like, why? This is what I do. Blah blah blah. Think of, like your kid is about to be kicked out of school, and you're worried about your car.
Like, as much as your actions shouldn't go to your kids or anything, just like debt shouldn't, it's a reality. It does happen, and it's just
Yeah.
you have to live with it, and you have to fucking be smart about shit that you don't want to, bring to your kids. It's like, my family, we've had a bunch of fights with our brothers, but they don't want that to happen with us. Which is
Yeah.
why I'm happy I don't have a fucking brother, because like there's a lot of problems with like Asian families and stuff like that with having brothers and family feuds.
The show?
Mm.
Sure.
No,
Dude, I'd love to be
fucking-
on Family Feud. We'd be hectic as shit.
Dude, I'd kick the shit out of anyone who's on Family Feud. I'm like a 12th level
Dude,
intellect.
I'd be making fun of Steve Harvey and all day long.
Steve,
and then
you
also getting roasted.
got a fucking weird face, Steve.
What oil you use
I'll
on
do
your head,
I'll do
Steve? Let
pineapple
me
for
know.
one. How can I fucking just an asshole? No, I fucking love that show. Steve Harvey's the fucking man.
He's
That man is
hilarious.
funny,
Yeah.
though. Dude, I love when he's like, he's giving his life advice, smoking a cigarette. He's like, you guys just gotta work hard. I'm like, dude, you're sitting in a chair, smoking a cigar, and then giving life advice.
Wait, so Kier, I kind of know how Ed started, and I've met Ed I met you through Ed. How did you start streaming? Just you're like, hey, let's fucking do this.
Kind
Or
of.
what?
I had gone through a bunch of retail jobs and hated every minute of that.
I can't imagine why.
And I had
There's
tried
the
to
fun.
start my own art business, and it was doing okay. I mean, I had made
What kind
some
of art?
pretty much everything. I mean, I made my own avatar. I've done I was
Like
making
everything?
Oh yeah, all of my stuff is completely done by me, so.
I
Yeah.
know you. I've seen some of the stuff you've made. It's like the what you made for Joe, the Berserk or Guts.
Oh yeah, the tapestry.
Wait, can I
would
see that?
Yeah.
if you post it, I'll make a timestamp now. Like it'll be up on screen, folks. But like no,
We do edit this podcast.
Yes,
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
sure. No, I want to see that. I
I've
wanna
been
see
pretty
that
good
now.
about that stuff. I've been pretty good about that stuff. No,
But yeah,
it's-
I was trying to do that kind of thing. I was making coloring books, like hand bound coloring
Okay.
books of mandalas that I was creating at the time. And it was doing okay, and I was like, you know what, I'm already playing video games every day. Why not just try doing this? My friends and I are funny. We
Online.
already we sound like other people that I watch like that. I was like, you know what, let's just try it and see what happens. And I didn't have the avatar in the beginning. I went, probably like 6 months before I had even created that. And it took a while to get started.
Mhm.
It was like 3 months in before I even hit affiliate. And that was like with me and another friend watching my channel. Like
Yeah.
it took a while. But I started with Warframe and Monster
Oh, it
Hunter
always
World.
is.
And Monster Hunter
Oh.
World, those were my two starters. I don't remember which one would have been the first official stream, but yeah, those were the two things that I started with, and it kind of just, took off from there. And I play,
All right.
Yeah.
variety and stuff now, so.
Jesus.
Let me grab that picture.
I know I started on Warframe because that's all I did for like the first like
I can
few
say
months.
I did not start on Warframe, and I'm happy.
Yeah, you look
I started on
like the most
Ghost
joyful
Recon
fellow
Wildlands.
I've seen.
Oh,
the
that's
fucking-
dope.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, there's just over 63,000 stitches of crochet in that, so that's a...
Wait.
Yeah, pull
How
it
long
up.
Oh
would that
my
take?
god,
Yeah,
that's
it's on-
awesome.
yeah, I'll put it
Thank
on
you.
screen
Oh
again.
my god.
Yeah,
want one now.
I do enjoy crocheting. It takes a lot of time. That took me
Holy
Did you say
probably
3
about
months?
just about just shy of that. I could do it faster than that. It was like 2 almost 3 months. But I couldn't work I couldn't work on it when my friend was around, so
Oh,
I had to
when
like
Joe was around.
yeah, so like every weekend I
could.
couldn't work on it, so I was like trying to like squeeze it in here and there. And I
Joe's a
had
fucking
you know
man.
hand
That's
cramps
really
by
fucking
the
good.
end.
Oh, I
Thank
bet.
you.
my.
But
wait,
yeah.
could you not do that with like a sewing machine, or am I? It's crochet. No, wait. I'm
It's
stupid.
crochet, so it's
Okay,
it's
my hand.
it's thread
It has that,
and
like,
one
gun that you
long
use, right?
hook.
How big
That's
is
not
it?
a rug. That's
Oh.
it's like
Looks like a
I
pillow.
watch
maybe
too many TikToks.
like
then.
3 feet wide and 2 feet tall. That's him
Dude,
holding it.
Yeah, that's
like
him
that's
holding,
his
yeah.
arm. That's his arm length out holding the tapestry. So
That's big.
Like it's like half my desk.
Tapestry.
Yeah.
So what is it like a little blankie or a pillowcase?
so you can it goes on the wall.
I was gonna say I would hang it on the wall.
So
Oh,
it's not
okay.
something like for. I mean, you could use it on like a pillowcase or something like that, but
Brother, if you sleep in a berserk blankie, you're going through some shit. I'm just saying.
Dude's in the
I'm just
eclipse
saying.
as we speak.
but yeah,
God damn. No, I think
That's
it's fucking
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was one of the.
How
It
much
was
would that cost if you wanted to commission that?
That's the thing.
You don't even want to put a number out because otherwise, you're
Yeah,
afraid people will be like,
it would depend
People
on
order
the
extreme.
size.
Project to project.
It would
Okay, yeah.
depend on the size. To redo exactly that, probably like 2,000. Just
That
because
would
of the
be-
amount of time that it
Time,
takes.
Yeah.
work,
It's just the
material.
pure amount of time that it takes to make something like that. It would probably be close to like 2,000. It doesn't cost that much in terms of
if you
materials,
think about
but
it, dude, if
it's
you work a
hours
9
and
to 5,
hours
you
of
make
work.
2,000 in a
sense.
month, and that's like
Right. And that's
over
about 2
3-4
months worth of work. So
Yeah.
technically, I should probably charge significantly more than that.
I was
but
gonna say like if we're like counting like time to work on it, like
Yeah.
$2,000 for how much time I'm guessing it actually took is probably like not enough.
Yeah, but when it comes to like freelance stuff, you're kind of like you kind of get shit on if you work faster, even though the work is the same quality, because they're like, oh wait, you finished it fast. Why why get some? But it's
I'm
like,
sure there's people that
that's
are
one of
like.
the-
I mean, I know I would. I'd probably ask questions instead of being like, "You fucking." It'd probably be like, "So
No,
why
but,
did
like-
this come out like 5 or 7 days like before you
Yeah.
said?" Like just genuine curiosity of like, because then if like I
Yeah.
get it and I'm like, yeah,
But
it's like
the
not
more experience
working.
one gains, the faster shit gets done. And so like
Yeah,
technically
sure.
you should be charging more.
right, and you're paying
can.
for experience at that
That's-
point
yeah, I was
because
gonna
somebody
say.
could make something like that, but their stitches might not be even. They might
Yeah.
have untied stuff on the back that you can't see. Like for that one, I didn't spend the time to like make the back super nice. I added a piece of fabric to the back. So
Nice.
it looks clean and nice on the back, but
It's
if you
super-
wanted something that looked the same on both sides, it would, take significantly more
double.
time.
Would it
So,
be
yeah.
safe to say double the
Yeah.
time? Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, because like
Dude, if
it
you
would
ever go to
take
Edgar's
so
place,
much
we're
more
stealing
to.
that, all right? Bro,
Wait,
we're
what?
stealing that from him.
It's not at Edric's house.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not?
damn.
It's a different
where,
Joe.
But where is it? Where is it? Where?
Yeah, where can we
Just
find
asking
this?
for a
Asking for a
friend.
friend.
Yeah. I just really want to give a good look at it.
Yeah.
Like,
Make sure we
next-
bring one of those rolling things, the posters, to put it in our
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
What?
just
No, what? No.
next next few podcasts, it's just like, guys, check out this really cool thing I got like off
have it in the
Etsy.
back.
But fucking no, no shit like I'm looking at stuff for like my wall. Like I still got the Warframe art that I gotta hang. I got all these.
Because not only that will it cost some like a lot to do, but then you also have to think about shipping, especially if you live overseas.
Brothers, if you're paying
Sure.
2,000 for that, shipping is not a problem.
I was gonna say shipping.
Shipping
if
is
you
not
live
a problem if
if you
you're
live
paying $2,000 for
overseas,
that.
shipping is a concern actually. Because
Yeah.
shipping's insanely expensive, especially if it's a heavy item. If it's a
Yeah,
heavy item and you do like immediate shipping, you could easily be looking at like, if it's like a 40-pound item overseas, you could probably be looking at like $300 or $400 for shipping like
Yeah,
next
I
day.
forgot you worked at UPS.
I got something delivered from the Philippines
Mm.
to where I am, and that also like cost around $20 to $25.
For us
A
Americans,
t-shirt. It was just a t-shirt, by
Yeah,
the way.
for
But
us
it cost that much.
for us Americans with like who are more, I know in Europe Amazon is
Damn,
the
dude.
thing. No, I'm going somewhere with this. Trust me. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
being an
yeah.
asshole.
Us Americans.
Well, no, because so next day shipping or same day shipping for like Amazon isn't available as much in other countries. Like in America, it's
Oh, yeah.
fairly normal. So like we're just
Yeah.
like just free shipping next day or like,
yeah, like
next day whatever.
That's how Amazon gets to me. I would spend $25 just to get my thing
Amazon is
today.
like
Yeah.
fucking destroyed like the shipping market just because it's like everyone expects shipping to be free now, and shipping is insanely expensive.
Oh, it's
Especially
never
heavy shit.
free.
No, it's insanely expensive. Like
if your product costs $30, shipping is free. Most likely that shipping cost is within the product itself.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like Amazon does this bullshit thing where they're like, oh, here's a $30 coupon. And so like this $50 now is 20, but hey, your shipping is $30. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but like yes, because you're like, especially with big items or large items, you're basically buying a fucking plane ticket for this item. Like that's what
Yeah.
you got to keep in mind. It's like because I've seen like, especially online, it's like why the fuck does this shipping cost so much? This is ridiculous. It's like okay, first off, that's a 140-pound item, the size of a human being. It's gonna cost like $250 to ship across the
But, like,
world.
Amazon
Like-
can make it free and cheap and still have their product cheap is because they just have warehouses so many places and they just have things
Yep.
in stock
Yep.
all the time.
Those that and it's just yeah the
It's
way
like if
they
you get
the
same
way
day
they
shipping,
do
it's most likely
they're-
you have a warehouse near you who has that.
They're a
item.
pretty cutthroat business. They save a lot of money because of they just pay dirt fucking cheap for one. They don't. They're not unionized or anything, so like they're relatively like they save money. I'm sure on like not giving out benefits as much and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, Amazon
then
is
you have
run
that-
like a fucking.
No, don't you have that thing where Amazon, what is it? You have your own car and you can deliver packages yourself for extra money?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what's it called, Amazon Flex or something like that?
I don't know what they
Amazon
call it.
Prime.
Because I know my parents used to do that because back in COVID, you used to make good money off of that, but now it's like I think dog shit pretty much. In
It's
terms
because
of,
it's probably yeah volume. It's volume
Yeah.
of packages. COVID like, bro.
and that's where it's like the whole you don't have to unionize, you just do it for one drive and that's it.
Well, why? So the union problem at Amazon is because they outsource, like they third party just about all their drivers and everything. Like they're not typically usually they're not driving from Amazon like facilities. They're driving from these businesses that like are a third party. So if that looks like that group starting to unionize, they can just cut it off before it does. Or they have a union busters going around where it's like, no, you can't do this. Or if people are, they just lose their jobs. Allegedly. No, it's all right, Mr. Bezos. I would never say anything bad about you. No, but yeah, there's that stuff. And then that way Amazon doesn't have to deal with that at all internally and stuff. They deal with it in different ways, etc. All that crap.
Crazy though, how much money they're probably saving. That's the same thing
yeah.
with, like after COVID, now companies realize we can just have all our infrastructure online. So it's like they're saving so much money by not having buildings and lighting bills and all that stuff.
I think the saddest like example of like cutting costs in places is probably right now like cars. Cars like getting rid of like physical buttons and putting everything on a piece of shit screen kills me.
I hate
Because they do save a lot of money just throwing it onto a piece of software rather than like manufacturing the physical button for your car.
Dude, I know I would get in a car crash if I had to pause my music on a screen by looking over than having a button. I kid you not, or skipping it. I would definitely crash.
Changing the AC, putting on that on a screen, fucking kills me. Mother, what are you?
Damn, you gonna talk to your mother like that?
No, I'm not. I'm going to text my mother. But no, yeah,
That sounds so formal. My mother.
my mother.
My
Mother, what
I
do
just
you
say
need,
my mom.
mother?
What do you need? You guys are very quiet this podcast.
I don't know what
Sir
Knight's
Knight's out here
doing.
still editing his thumbnail.
I'm here. I'm just listening to you guys. I'm sorry. I was just like, yeah, I am actually doing timestamps at the moment. Guys, I'm here. I'm here.
Are you?
I- we-
What's your experience with shipping?
Me?
Thanks.
Oh,
Are you a big box guy?
Yeah.
Are you super into boxes, Knight?
for what me with shipping? The only
Yeah.
the only
Big
thing that
actually
boxes, small
doing this.
boxes. What do you like?
yeah, like legit, like okay. So
You're European,
the-
so like yeah.
Yeah. How does shipping work there?
No, dude, we're not going over the logistics of Europe's shipping industry.
It's still the same thing. You're gonna have to, you know,
You
pay
get same
shipping
day or
costs. No, not same day. That's insane. I mean, like if it's Amazon Prime, it's next day. It's never same day.
Sad.
Like I'm probably maybe if you're living in the same city where they're delivering it from, then sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's usually the next day. Like if it's Prime, it's the next day all the time.
I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah, sometimes in the weekends they're like, if it's a Sunday, nah. I mean, if it's Saturday, sure.
Fuck
right,
you.
Yeah,
You ordered that.
Yeah, but Sunday,
wait.
like, yeah, you're gonna go. We're gonna give it to you on
that's
Monday.
the one thing I'm too used to same day shipping. Like even on vacation days and stuff, like where people are supposed to have holidays off, because people like. So I just be ordering, and I just expect it to show up the same day, and I'm like, dude, it is bad. Like I will not order an item if it's like next day shipping or the like 2 days. I'm like, I'll just wait.
I think a
until it
lot of
says
people
same
do that.
day.
I think a lot of people are more likely to order something if it says tomorrow or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like you don't even need it. I don't even need this months in now, but I just want it now. This is that gratification, you know. It's like
Yeah.
having a bunch of games in your library that you're never gonna play because it was on sale.
True.
I have a lot of those.
I have a
Yeah.
backlog.
I have such
of
a
games.
backlog.
Yeah, I gotta play so many fucking games.
And thing is, like, you want to play them, but just looking at the backlog, you're like, that stresses you out, and you're like, yeah, no.
I don't even know what to. I mean, I don't know. I'm a one game at a time person, so I can't just be like, all right, we'll play this today, play this tomorrow, play this tomorrow. It's like, no, I gotta just blast through this one and then we'll move on. Because otherwise, I'm not coming back.
Dude.
No, yeah.
Yeah. What
I
games do you
can't.
guys have in your backlog that you're like the most excited for?
Ooh, most
'Cause
excited
I know,
for?
Kira, you're doing Elden Ring right now, right?
Yeah, so Elden Ring I'm doing that co-op, and then by myself I've been playing Creatures of Ava, which is
Creatures of
kind of
Ava?
like
Yeah, you did say
it's
that.
like
What
a
is
slime rancher meets Pokemon meets Pikmin. It's a chill,
Okay.
cozy game. I'm
So
enjoying
definitely
it.
not for me.
No,
It's
it's more cozy. I mean, you go around and you're like trying to rescue a planet full of animals and like this weird type of creature that's humanoid-ish, sentient, and like there's an
asshole.
infection and you have to like cure the infection off the planet. I'm just having a good time having something cozy, something different than everything
that
else.
was me
I
with
mean,
Stardew. That was me with Stardew.
yeah,
I feel
there's
that
enough
was,
of screaming at my computer screen playing Elden Ring that I'm just like, I need something peaceful. Yeah,
It's like when
I
you're
need
driving, you get in a
something
car
peaceful.
crash, you gotta turn off the music, be like, all right, guys, we gotta
I
go
gotta
home in
focus.
silence.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Or
a
that
big cozy
speed
game
bump that
enjoyer.
hits you.
I don't know. I don't know. I played the shit out of Animal Crossing and stuff. All those games. I love those fucking games.
Dude, I
Game
want to
on-
play Kingdom again, dude.
Yeah, we'll play Kingdom
That was
again.
a cozy game.
We
Honestly,
could play Kingdom again. We might be able to
we
do
could
that
have a
tomorrow.
whole group playing that. It would be so fun. Like
It's only 2-player.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Ooh. There's a
You
lot
don't
of games
know,
I really
guys.
want to play. Ghost of Tsushima, were you talking
Two
about
Crowns
a
is
bit?
just-
Yeah, I've been playing that. I want to play that. I mean, I'm going to be playing
Wait,
that after this, but I need to like gym
what
a bit
game?
first. Ghost of Tsushima, man.
Ghost of Tsushima.
The
Oh.
samurai game. Oh, I
Isn't
got
that new monkey game coming out?
the Wukong one.
Yeah, I've heard it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, I'm gonna nerd out a little bit. So
Oh.
as I was playing the game, right, instead of actually doing the quests and playing the game, I ended up just stomping randomly and taking videos and photos because they have this insane photo mode that it's just like it got my Captura brain just going, like I gotta get these shots going. Like it looks so good. Here, let me
It's a
find some of
beautiful
this.
game. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Well, I know what our thumbnail is gonna be.
Knight in a samurai outfit.
So
no, him having that.
I'll do that. Wait, can I stream this? Let's see here.
Oh, work for me.
Yeah, so these are some of the shots in game. You can see.
Oh, it's loading. Oh, it's loading.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
This
show
is
me too
from the
much.
game.
Don't show me
Lot
too
of
much.
detail.
I've been wanting to play this game for like actually
Dude, look
like
at
2
that.
years.
Look at that.
Oh,
no,
it's
this is just
fucking
Dude,
beautiful,
the leaves make
dude.
it so much
this is just
more.
visual. This is just the visual stuff. I'm not
I
showing you any
know.
gameplay.
It's
like-
just
I mean,
Dude,
look at this.
Road
so
doesn't even want to
good.
see a river or leaves, dude.
No,
It'll
dude,
ruin
I'm
it.
super.
Dude.
I'm like that a lot.
Oh, dude,
I don't like
I-
spoilers for any reason. Like,
Like there are trees in this game. Dang it, I can't play now.
fuck.
No, but the way it's like the way you just sit there, like I just stopped
a
randomly
vibe,
at a
dude.
yeah.
It's like
Like,
Zen,
look-
dude. You could fucking meditate here.
Look at that lake. It's got the dragonflies and all that.
I'm sorry, Road.
You're
It's
gonna make me
fine.
play Ghost of Tsushima now, dude.
And look at this field in autumn.
I love autumn.
Oh.
Autumn is such a beautiful season.
Yes, it is. And it's got the wind effect, particles, all of that.
There's so much shit going on in terms of assets.
You know what's funny? This runs so much like okay, you know First Ascendant? It
Mhm.
takes about like 40 to 50% of the CPU. This is like 20. Max
What CPU
settings.
you have though?
14900, I think, is what you have.
Yeah, that
Oh.
one.
Oh, that's a big jump then. Yeah.
Just look at that.
Like I'm
Also
I'm in.
changed some of the,
I still don't get First Ascendant's optimization.
It's not.
It's so weird. In
It's
some
not.
parts.
That's what.
yeah.
That's the
I
only
mean, it's
point.
optimized in some parts, but some is just trash. Especially the raining area.
Oh yeah, I got the fight. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that part as well. I'm sorry. Like I wanted to like
No, you're good.
I took most of these like
Bro
during
just has
stream
to cover his
and
eyes.
after stream. This part. Look at this. This is some Demon Slayer shit right here.
That's beautiful.
Oh, look at that lighting. It's clean. I love it.
When graphics are done really well, yeah.
Dude,
and the fire. Oh,
That's good. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
That's good.
right there. It's just a little smoky. And I think that yeah,
I've got to
those
avert
are
my
it.
eyes. I've got to avert my eyes. I've been just
Dude,
in
it's
trance.
just
I've been in trance, you
it's
bastards.
just freaking clips. But yeah, speaking of
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, play it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. The only gripe I have about the game that triggers the living daylights out of me is the camera locking. When you can't
so you just-
target
alright.
you can't target lock certain enemies. It's so jank, but the combat is still good.
Ooh,
But that's it. That's it.
backlog
oh, yeah,
for
and
me.
I'll play it after.
Yeah.
God of War.
Wait, Knight. What's your backlog? What's like top games to play right now? Or you just Ghost of Tsushima is like it right now?
Oh, wait. All games of all time or
backlog,
top
like games you
5
want
games
to
you
play,
wanna play
games you
next,
want to play.
basically.
Oh,
next.
games I want to play. I need to finish my Baldur's Gate 3 campaign. I literally was playing it until I
Ooh.
installed Ghost of Tsushima, so now it's tossed aside again. What else? I need to finish Horizon Forbidden West. I got to a certain point, then I put it to the side because First Descendant came out. Ghost of Tsushima was put aside because First Descendant launched around the same time. I don't know what else I'm waiting for except a good single player
Ooh.
game, adventure, open world, something that I can immerse myself in, a story that's actually good and not just yapping.
We're
Something
counting- If we're counting games that are
Cyberpunk
coming out.
2077.
Hollow Knight, I've always really wanted to play. Hollow Knight's not a one that I've always really wanted to play. Space Marine 2 that's coming out.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Space Marines.
That's the
Yes,
new
you
Warhammer
reminded
game,
me.
right?
Yeah, that looks fucking good.
I'm-
God of War is coming to PC.
Yeah, that
God of
whole
War
series
Ragnarok,
is
you
a
mean?
backlog for
Yeah,
me.
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Doom the Dark World or Doom the Dark Ages or whatever.
I'm
that looks sick.
actually. I don't care about Doom.
I do. I think
Yeah.
the game looks fucking
I-
sick.
I played one. I played the 2016 and the
Eternal?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I just finished it and then I was like, eh.
I like them.
You know?
I like them a lot. I think they're fun games. I think they're well made.
Yeah, it's just a shooter. It's not like a shooter like Borderlands.
No, it's an arena shooter.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't enjoy it that much.
And then the monster. Did I say Monster Hunter already? Monster Hunter Wilds.
World. Is
so
it World? Is it
sure.
World?
Wilds.
Wilds
is
is the
Wilds?
one that's coming out.
Yep.
Oh,
that,
okay.
That one I want to try and get into quite a bit.
Oh, that's the new open world one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully, it's not as annoying as was World, and the combat is smoother.
I don't know.
I mean, looks good.
I saw the one with a sword and shield trailer. That kind of intrigued me because I love that type of weapon.
Mm.
I don't remember.
And then it turns into it's a sword and shield, and she puts it together, turns into a big ass axe.
Giga.
Yeah, that kind of. Oh, PoE 2.
Oh, dude, don't remind me. Don't fucking remind me, dude. That actually is probably my most anticipated game
Yeah.
of all time for me. I can't think of a game that has gotten me this hyped up. Maybe Elden Ring. No, Path of Exile 2, those. The best way I could describe this is about the same hype levels I had for Elden Ring. I can't wait, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm hoping they fucking cook, and I don't know. I'm not gonna start talking about Path of Exile 2 again. We'll be here fucking another 4 hours.
All right. What do you got, Kara? What's your backlog?
I still need to play Baldur's Gate 3. I've been pushing it off because I know if I start that, it's gonna like absorb my life.
Yep, that's why
we should do a campaign together.
He wants to do a campaign.
I've been asking
I want
these
to play
guys.
it
Like,
first.
I want to do this shit solo.
Are you the same way, Kira? Like, I can't be alone in this. Where it's like I want to beat and finish a game, and then I can do that.
No,
part.
you can do it
Dude, she's doing
together.
Elden Ring co-op.
I know.
You
but I want to do it. I want to do it. I just want it to be just me.
It depends. If I'm playing with someone who understands how I like to pace my games, then cool, co-op is great. But there are some people who just speed run through, or there's some people who like.
Oh, I hate speed running through that.
Yeah,
So,
there are some people who just don't care, and they don't care about like side quest stuff, and I can't play.
Always do side quests.
Right? If you get dropped somewhere and you don't go the opposite direction first, like you're not playing the game to its fullest.
Right.
Like I need to explore everywhere.
Exactly. Well,
I
you
might
know
do that
that is
solo.
the correct way to go. If that is the way you need to go for the story, you always go the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
What? How do you always just like go play something that's a one track, like a linear game? Nah, if it's not linear, explore.
That's when I first started playing Warframe. It was like that for me because I didn't watch any YouTubers. I wasn't watching Twitch. Warframe for me felt almost open world-esque because if you spend time in those maps when you first start playing, I was exploring everything. I was like, can I get up here? Can I open this crate? Like I wanted all of it. I was like, every single room had to be touched. I mean, obviously once you play it enough times, you realize that there's not as much of a purpose to do that. But when I first started playing, it was like, I need to see everything.
That's part of the whole game, right?
I think
literally.
I think that's part of the whole like lack of. Granted, they do need to give more direction to players in Warframe. I think there is something to be said about the lack of direction given that gives you that sense of getting lost in the world and getting lost just playing the game.
I still don't get it because like viewers or like people will show up in chat be like, oh, it's a new quest, and they're like, yeah, no, I just skipped through everything because I just want the content. I'm like, brother, what?
I knew someone who
it irritates me honestly.
You know what's the worst part? Someone who played Borderlands and they just rushed the story. I'm like, just don't play the game. Like, I understand.
Any game, dude.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Okay, listen. I know. I always tell people, play the game how you want. You know, enjoy it the way they want. But they didn't even enjoy the game. They just rushed through it to finish it. And I'm like, why did you even play it in the first place?
I don't have as much of an issue with that as long as they're not complaining. If they're like, man, this game's story sucks. You watch 5 minutes of like 40 minutes of cutscenes. I am so glad that you really took this in.
No, we see this with Warframe. We've talked about Warframe streamers how they'll start playing and then backseating people. Warframe players will start backseating their stream, and next thing you know, a week later they stop playing Warframe because
that
were
has
backseated
happened
for everything and they didn't do their own exploring and stuff like that.
I think that can be an issue. Is like, I think it's really nice that a lot of Warframe players are willing to help, but sometimes it's like, chill out, dude. Chill out, man.
Let them explore, dude. Like, let them be a kid and just explore and figure everything out.
Warframe
people come in and ask, and they're like, "Oh, what's the best this? What's the best that?" I'm like, "Stop. Just if you can get your hands on it, play with it. Like that's what you should be doing." Like
it's literally
in Warframe.
Get a weapon, master it, and then let it go. And it's like, no.
It's like the whole point of the mastering system early on too is like to just experiment with random shit. They've got so many weapons and frames, just like literally just, especially like normal Star Trek. It's like, it's not like you need min-max crap. You can like go in there and just fuck shit up with like almost whatever, as long as you like throw it on there and upgrade it. There's very few like ways you can like kind of screw it up a bit until you get to like Sedna and later.
And thing is, like,
there.
Even
We're back
when
to
you've
talking
been
about Warframe.
I know.
Sorry. I think that's my fault.
I think it's valid.
Well,
I
like
think
even
it's
now,
valid.
people come in, they're like, "Oh, why are you using that weapon? So there's so much better stuff." And it's like, okay, and like I just want to use
Damn,
this.
you're right. I should delete
Like,
this.
they're like, you have to use the meta.
Yeah, people come in and see me using the Guandao Prime. They're like, "What weapon is that?" Because like it's not as I love pole arms. I like even in Monster Hunter, I'm an insect glaive main, and people come in. They're like, "Well, that's not what people should be using." I'm like, if I'm not having fun, why the heck am I playing this game?
Exactly.
I'm gonna play with whatever is fun. And they're like, "Well, that's not a meta build." I'm like, I don't care. I'm killing the enemies in 0.2 seconds anyway. What's the difference?
There's no meta as a whole. Like what's the meta for fucking
any
melees?
video by Nightmare that gets
Melee
put out is
influence.
meta, guys. That's what we gotta use.
That's
Check
literally
out
that's what's
Nightmare
meta.
Frame for the newest videos.
I've had that shit, dude. They're like, "Oh, just go
Nah.
watch Nightmare's video for the meta weapon." I'm like, okay.
What do you mean meta weapon, Jesus?
Meta.
Yeah, they'll be like, just watch the
There's
fucking
no
YouTube
meta
videos.
weapon unless you're
I don't know.
unless you're doing like a specific thing.
Enjoy the fucking game, fellas.
Yeah,
Enjoy the game. Who gives a
exactly. Just play a fucking game and enjoy it.
shit? Yeah, I don't know. That's
Kind of hard to do now, apparently.
Yeah. I think we did this with Depths, but I'm curious on your part, Kira. Creepy stories of viewers are like over the years.
Yes, we love that.
You've been
That'd be
prepped for
great.
this, so
Yeah.
I'm curious
there's
if
been
you
a
can
few.
top the fucking horror stories we got told fucking last week. I'm already bracing myself because I hate cringe, and
This is gonna be great, dude. I'm telling you.
this is gallons worth of cringe. So
Yeah, so you and I had talked about one when we were up in Canada, and you're like, hold this for the podcast. You had said one before with Depths where she had been, messaged about.
yeah, a guy catfished as her. He pretended to be her, and then himself had a dialogue, and then fooled another guy who was like an esports person for like recruiting and like to flirt with him
To
on her
ask for a
account
new
that he
PC.
made. It's a whole fucking thing. It's some of the most disgusting shit I think I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard of don't look up shit hoarders, but shit hoarders are a thing.
No, like he pretended to be Depths to ask, like, "Oh, I want a new PC" or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like, dude. And then like, oh yeah, I'm not. Then the whole like, I'll send you $3,000 to do this. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. So I have one similar to the $3,000. So
Okay.
we'll start small. We'll start about the fact that like
That's
somebody who was new
not
in my
small.
channel.
I was gonna
Well,
say.
no. I have a smaller one to start with.
All right, all right.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
somebody who was fairly new to my channel thought it was okay to message one of my regulars and be like, "Oh yeah, she's totally said she'd send me nudes and all of this stuff."
Is this the one you told me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so why would that regular had been like in my stream every day, immediately turned around and was like, this person just claimed that like you're willing to do this stuff. I'm like, what? So you get weird stuff like that. But then similar to the, $3,000 thing, I had someone, and I think they used like a burner account or something, message me and say that they wanted to video chat with me so that they could
Pause.
yeah. And I was like, I'm not interested in anything like that. They said they would pay for all of my bills, send me gifts, and $9,000 a month
You told me this
to
one.
do this with them.
That
And I was
man
like,
married
I'm not
for sure. Ain't no way.
I'm not interested. And they're like, well, what if it's just a voice call? And I was like, I'm not
Watch my
comfortable
stream.
with this. And they wanted me to, dirty talk with them on a voice call, at their will for $9,000 a month.
Jeez.
After
On
my
top of paying
bills
your
are
bills and
paid.
everything, too.
After my bills are paid, and they wanted to send me presents just like willy-nilly. And it took... That's a lot of money. I don't think there's anyone on this planet that wouldn't at least question should you do this?
I'm gonna be honest. If it was me, I would have done it in a heartbeat. I would have done it in a
Dirty
heartbeat.
shit.
Doc's already
Like,
naked.
it's a lot.
Doc's knocking on that guy's door. Doc's,
Like I've said this, and I know this might sound weird, but like if I was a female dude, if that shit was like, I would be like, yeah, and I'd catfish that man and everything. I'd fucking be like, if you have the guts to send that to me, I am scamming your ass full on, dude.
Damn.
like
But yeah, that was one of the things where someone was like, yeah, this is what I'll do, this is what I would like to do, and they tried real hard. They were like bargaining it down to like basically next to nothing, and I just didn't feel comfortable because I know that kind of stuff can bite you later on.
yeah, we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
And so
about
I'm
that,
like, you know what?
yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with something like that because they could be recording the audio. This could get played
Exactly.
elsewhere.
Well, if they're
I
sending you
mean,
gifts,
even
they know your
$9,000
address.
a month. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
But
that
I mean,
could
I have a
easily turn
PO
into,
box, so
like-
that is something that like I use to protect myself when it comes to that, because there are some people in my chat who have made me feel uncomfortable before and make me wonder whether or not, you know, they would try to figure out who I am. Like there was one person who happened to live in the same state as me, and that made me, you know, concerned because they were already making me feel a little uncomfortable with what had happened. And I'm like, I don't need this. I've had someone stalk me in real life before outside of stream stuff. I don't need this to be stream related
Yeah.
to, like, that's an
You know,
there was one person I was out and hold on one second. There was one person who I was I'll lose my train of thought.
Fuck you, Doc.
Okay.
It'll completely the ADHD will ADHD and it'll be gone in my brain. I was sitting at dinner with a friend of a friend and they were like, "Well, why don't you just tell people where you live?" I'm like,
Huh?
"Would you randomly tell any random person you met on the street where you live?" And he was like,
Yes.
"No." And then I was like, "It's the same thing." And he's like, "Well, it's more intimate if you tell people like
Ain't no
where you."
way.
Yeah, he apparently watches streamers, and he was like, "It's more intimate if you tell people like where
what?
you live." And I'm like,
Yes,
No!
That's not
walking
intimate,
in the
that's
door.
creepy.
I'm like, you know what state I'm from, and that's about it. Like, that's as far as I'm willing to talk about, because I know people who have been sent stuff,
Jesus.
and they figured it out just by finding out what state. So that person only tells what time zone they're in now because it's that scary. I'm like, no thanks, not happening.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That is
Yeah.
actually crazy.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, why don't you just tell people what area you're from? Like, that's no big deal. Why don't you just tell? And I'm like, no.
Well, one, fucking,
Thanks.
What do you call it? Getting swatted.
Mhm.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
online who are stupid as shit,
Yep.
swatting you for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they get your IP, they DDoS you and like you have to restart your network and everything and your
Yeah.
stream and restart all that shit. They could fry your fucking network too, actually. So you would have to get all new equipment. It's fucking crazy. It is. And the thing is, the worst part, and I was gonna say, is sometimes it's your regulars, and it's like they've been with you for 4, 5, 6
Oh,
a
yeah.
year, and they just snap. Something just changes them. They're like, I'm gonna be horny today, and I'm gonna fuck that guy up or person.
Yep.
And it's like, I've seen it happen actually. Like people have been chill for 4 or 5 months, and then out of nowhere, their like personality just changes.
Yeah,
Like a
once
180.
once they get that thing that they always wanted, that's it, you know.
Yeah, that's what would like you said. Like I think anybody who like $9,000 after bills are paid and everything. There's plenty of
Yeah.
people that I like could. There's probably people I can imagine that would just jump at that, like 100%. But it's also a
Yeah.
thing of like long term. Like it's gonna start with voice calls and like, "Hey, how we doing there, buddy?" And then it's gonna be like, "Look at
Boston
my
accent,
cock."
eh?
It's
the
gonna
Boston
slowly like escalate to like here because it's like he's not doing this out of the kindness of his heart or something. It's like no, he there's an exchange here, and that exchange is just gonna get creepier and creepier and creepier.
It started creepy. They wanted
Exactly, that's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
and that's the thing. The fact that they wanted
It started
a
here, and it's just like,
person
you're
to
just gonna
talk with them
fucking-
while they do their
They have other
business.
thoughts, yeah.
Yeah,
And that-
well, that's
and they'll
literally what they were
blackmail you, too.
asking for.
No, fuck that.
They'll be like, "Oh my god, I do this much for you and all this money," and you know, it'll just turn into full blackmail for
Exactly,
sure. No shot,
exactly.
it's not gonna
No
turn into
fucking way.
blackmail,
No
dude. If
fucking
someone's
way.
paying $9,000 for somebody else, they think they fucking are like everything for them.
The worst part, the worst thing that could possibly happen is if they do it for a while and then you get comfortable with it, like in terms of like relying on them, and then they know that, and then they just
Yeah.
pull the fucking rug out from under you, and it's like, Well, I guess
Dude,
I don't
yeah.
have any more money to send
And
you.
that's the same thing with like not random people, even regulars. Like if you're regulars, you still have to be wary. Like I trust stream. That's why most people. That's why I say it all the time. Like, oh, why do you always have streamers on your fucking games and chats? And it's like, because I see their face, I know their personality. Fuck this guy. I have his number and address. So like, fuck this guy. Like you know.
You're pointing
them
to me
personally.
when I'm looking
Oh,
at
sorry.
you.
This
As long
guy.
as you understand, Knight. As long as you
Yeah.
understand.
But like,
Yeah.
that's why most
Fucking-
streamers play with
It's like-
streamers. You
Like, where
know
did you
them
know?
at a way deeper level than a message that's been there for a year. Sure, you've been there for a year, but it's like anything can happen, no matter
True.
if they're regular or not. You still have to be cautious.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
wait,
give me
that
2
was.
seconds. I gotta go unlock my door.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Now that she's gone, fellas.
All right, we can
Oh,
talk
it's
about
it's
some
a,
other
Oh,
shit,
God.
right,
it's a
guys?
VTuber. It's not moving. It's creepy.
Oh,
It's a weird
Oh,
doll.
it
no.
was fake, guys. She's not even on the camera.
She's not even real. Guys,
I like
we
how
forgot.
the eyes close after she leaves. I don't know if that's because she closed her eyes when she
Fucking-
left, or it was just the normal default setting, his
It's-
eyes closed.
I don't know. I mean, does it just revert or does it like?
I don't know. Maybe she'll like
she
spawn
starts
up like
T-posing,
like
then we could be
Satan dude, just
worried.
open her eyes and
Jesus Christ.
there you go. She just zoomed in, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I did. I ran. I had to. I had to let Joe in. He's like, I'm here. I'm like, just
Oh,
let
go
yourself
from the
in.
right side.
And I
Say
forgot
hi
there
to
was a
Joe.
deadbolt. Yeah, I forgot there was a. No, he's bringing his stuff in. I
That
forgot there was a deadbolt, and I was like, oh, I gotta go unlock the door.
A Deadpool?
Deadbolt.
It's
Oh,
the top
Deadbolt.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a.
Deadpool's in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put a
Shit,
special
let's be
lock in
safer,
on the
dude.
top because, like, yeah, I don't.
They get that $9,000 in.
They're coming through that deadbolt.
Dude,
Yeah, you know,
dude.
speaking of a new game, right? The First Descendant season
Did
1
not ask.
trailer launched. And Road?
Okay.
Damn. Here, you know what? Let me just show you what's in the trailer.
Oh, here comes the Nexon creator.
No. Let me
back.
just
Oh
show
my
you
God.
No, I'm giving you shit.
what's literally in the first 3 seconds of the trailer.
Is it ass?
That's the first 3 seconds of the
That
trailer.
first 3 seconds of the trailer is just ass. Nexon, come on, fellas. You got a decent game coming on here, dude. You don't need to.
It actually looks it looks really good. Like there's a lot of new shit coming, but yeah, will you
We'll
be
come back
trying
to
out
that.
the new season? Huh?
I'll try it out. I've just been, dude. I've just been busy as fuck. This new job, when I'm not getting, like, dude, I'm like ending every week with like a new set of injuries. Like,
You good, bro? Like,
no, dude. No, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I really am. I rolled the fuck out of my ankle. Like, I stepped off the truck at like fucking 3 miles an hour, and my ankle just went like. So my like right leg, like for like 3 days there, I was doing trash while like limping. Like,
Jeez.
yeah. I got driven through a garbage can, so my knees are a little fucked up. I'm not even kidding you. He was just driving. I'm on the side. Garbage can's a little bit too far out. Blast.
Well, aren't you supposed to stay inside, not fucking swing?
I wasn't swinging. It just got
That's
knocked
what
by
it
the.
sounds. That's
got
what it
knocked
sounds
by
like.
the
You're
side of the truck, so I was like, it's like coming out, and then it's like boom or something. That's like, I'm just like, I see it. I'm like, fuck. And then like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Friday. I got like, I got hit by a branch so hard, I almost like blacked out on the side. Like,
How are you getting into these accidents, man?
because so the truck's big, right? And then there's a tree branch here, just a big fuck off. Someone cut it like to a point, so it's like just literally just
Dangling?
straight wood. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so it gets caught on the thing, so it's winding up. I'm looking down like this on the thing, and then it just comes in and smacks me in the temple of the head. I was like, I'm like fucking like, and it's pouring rain outside, so I've got like a rain poncho on, so I'm not looking forward or something, and so I just get beamed in the head. I felt like I got shot. I was just like on the back, like, where am I? I'm like sitting there like, this is a concussion. I just got concussed at work.
Wait, was it like did it
No.
did it like cut you or anything?
No,
or?
it just hit me really good. It just hit me
Oh,
really
it's
good.
like
It's
a
where
whip-
it hit me, I
whiplash.
think, more than anything. Yeah.
I see.
And then I was holding onto the side like railing, and then like I like the truck went like level, came back down really sharply, so it like bounced back and forth. So I just hit my head against a metal pole. It's been a week. That's about every
Jesus.
week here. No, I enjoy it a lot though. I really do. Besides the brain damage. it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's how they get you, because you'll just slowly deteriorate your brain until you think it's actually fun.
If I roll my other ankle this week, it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be tough. Like right now, if I bend it like weird, any uneven ground, I'm immediately like, please, dear God. No, it's fucking. I don't know. I really do enjoy it. Like fucking. I don't know. No. Where the fuck did Doc go?
He had a phone call.
No, he didn't.
Stop being weird.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He picked up his phone and then said he had to go do something.
He did not. Doc's a liar. He's a liar. No, wait. So that was like the down low one. Like that was level 1 fucking thug versus level 100 mob boss story of creepiness.
I do have one more that's like pretty bad. So I had a regular in my stream, and I would interact with them like normal, and then they stopped hanging out quite as often, but would still come around. And then all of a sudden, this girl ended up coming into the stream and hanging out, and I was like, oh, okay, and interacting really well. This is great, cool. And they would DM me, and it got kind of flirty, and they had drawn pictures.
Yeah, you told me about
they had drawn pictures of like me and them, and it was very
forward.
Not appropriate work, not appropriate for work art, but it was nice, and I wasn't opposed to it.
You were flattered.
Yes, I was flattered. Like, it wasn't a bad thing. And so this continued for a little while, and people really liked this person in my chat. They would like send them stuff in game, and we had thought about sending them like an art tablet, because like I really liked their art and more people in the community wanted to see more of it, and I like being able to support my community members. And it got to the point where this person had just wasn't there for a few days. And I was like, okay, that's, it happens.
People have a life.
Yeah, people have a life. And that other person, that guy had come in and said that, oh, I'm friends with this girl in real life. I'll go over and check on her. And I was like, oh, okay. Starting to be weird.
Yeah.
And supposedly she had talked about how she, didn't want to exist anymore, and claimed that like that's what was about to happen, and he had gone over to check on her, and come to find out it had been a catfish this whole time. He was actually her. They were the same person. They were just trying.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
They came clean.
Wait, what?
They came clean.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember.
Yeah,
if you told me,
wait. Were they cornered, or they didn't know how to
They didn't know how to continue being both individuals in my chat anymore. They felt guilty, a lot of guilt for the amount of stuff that had been sent to them in Warframe, and because we were trying to get them an art tablet, they were like, I can't do this anymore. And they were trying to literally end that girl's, that persona they were putting on. And tried to do it that way. But yeah, they ended up coming clean. Some of the people are still friends with them and thought it was they forgave them for doing this. I couldn't.
That'll be fucking awkward.
After especially like they flirted with me in DMs pretending to be this person, and all of like, I couldn't continue to be okay with that. It was months of this too. This wasn't like a short thing. This lasted probably close to a year. And it's like you don't get over being blatantly lied to like that.
Yeah, especially like in that context and stuff. It's like, no, that's you took advantage. Not to the extent like people are like but like you took advantage of like, I thought you were someone else and just did this shit. Like that's
right.
Not cool. Not cool.
That's one of those situations where I'm glad that people didn't know more about me, and that these people don't have my faces, because that person lived in the same state not too far from me. I could have actually run into them and not known it in person, and they could have like significantly, the states are big, but they're not that big that I couldn't have run into this person possibly.
Small world type deal.
Right. And so it's those types of situations where I'm glad that more people like don't know my face, especially since, They went to PAX. Yeah, we've both been to the same conventions. He's in the background. They went to PAX, and I met up with a different viewer that I was comfortable seeing, and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that other person meeting me. So you and I can meet.
But they can't know.
But they can't see me, so we will meet in a separate area. Because otherwise I won't meet you in person, because I don't want that other person knowing what I look like or who and being able to track me down.
I come back and I see someone slapping their ass on
what?
The guest channel. What is happening?
What? I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
GIF and Jess. All right.
I honestly don't know how I would ever react if somebody like called out to me like roadblock in public. I'd probably like just freak out, especially if I'm with like family or friends. Like I would not know how to like react genuinely. With friends, I'm a little bit more selective about who I tell. Like, oh, I stream, and I definitely don't want to like. So like every once in a while we do like a poker night or something. It's like a few of the guys there like know. Like I stream and stuff, and we don't play with actual money or anything. We just literally just shoot the shit. It's kind of nice, kind of fun. Fellas being a little wacky. But then like every once in a while they invite someone, and it's like they don't know, and it's like I just want it to be known. I don't want it advertised I do this, because then I have to explain it, which is a lot of work. Then it's also like I don't know. I feel like it's something like I don't want it to be ever construed as like clout. Like I'm actually kind of a big deal here, fellas. If you didn't know, like, do you know who I am? Dude, no. Like that type of shit. Like, I don't know. I don't derive any enjoyment out of it. Like people being like, oh, dude, not. I don't know. Being like, I don't know. Propping myself up. I think that's cringe and the wrong way to use like a platform like this or something.
See, that's the biggest reason I don't really go into chats that I don't know. As in, like meeting you guys, Knight and Kira.
I just suck at talking to people.
I met through Road just because, like, I felt like I'm publicizing or like trying to be found clout when I go to their streams and like talk. So it wasn't until they knew me or rated me that's when I went to talk, because I was like, okay, they know me, so I can like it doesn't feel weird.
Funnily enough, I think the first time I heard like the word stream etiquette and stuff talked about probably was actually in your chat, Kira. Like it was the first time I ever heard it like said and stuff, and I was like, that like makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What is that stream etiquette? Like, what are you on about stream etiquette?
Certain things like it's more like peer to peer. It's like an unspoken thing. I think for me, stream etiquette is like coming into someone's chat and being like, "Hey, I just got done streaming." It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people. I never think like when people do that, it's like malicious or like they're like, check me out, guys.
Most of the time, it's like new people usually that just
exactly. That's why I think it's like forgivable, but it's like okay. First off, I think it's great that you're doing this. I'm glad you're pursuing this. Don't do that, because I'm sure if I came into your chat and was like, "Yo, big dog, I just finished a 12-hour stream," it's like, okay, what the fuck? It's like yeah, I don't know. I'm never sure how to respond. I'm like, oh, neat, cool, dude. Like it's different if I know the person. Like if I've talked to them or they've been part of the community for a while. It's like, we know you stream. You've rated me. We've talked. You've been in my streams. It's like it's different, but like even then, still, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, streaming etiquette is.
Yeah, I think it's more person to person.
People you don't know. Yeah, once you know the person, you could be like, I'm gonna go fucking stream. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Say all you want. I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
I think there's like I think there's proper ways to like go into streams you like don't like know the person. Just like, hey, how we doing? Like that's how I kind of do it. I'm trying to like watch more people. Like last night. I
just send emojis.
Well, like everyone I know like either streams while I'm at work or like super late at night. So like for the past year and a half, I just haven't been able to say hi. But like yesterday, I was able to be like, oh, dude, I can say hi to everyone. So I'm just gonna go through like 4 or 5 different places and just say, hey, fuckers, it's 9 p.m. It's not my bedtime yet. Fucking in my like pajamas or some shit. fucking yeah. No, it's good stuff. But like
stream etiquette it's necessary. You don't just go up to a random person and be like, "Hey, here's my phone number. Here's my socials. Add me on Instagram." You know,
I've actually banned quite a few people that just come up and just say anything about that they're streaming. Like, I don't know you. Like, you're coming into chat just saying that, like, insta ban. And they ask why. Like, use your brain at that
How
point.
the fuck
Like,
did they ask you if you banned them?
Yeah.
Probably appeals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a ban appeals.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't take it that seriously. I'm just kind of like, if they probably just don't know, I'm not gonna be the arbiter of the shit.
It's like only if it's reoccurring. If you see the same person over and over.
Oh yeah, then they're
it's like,
coming in with
and the
intent.
same thing with like Discord too. It's like this kind of does irritate me a little bit because like there's people who join Discord and then they start advertising. Like, you have a channel for like if you want to advertise your stuff. It's like, but I'm like, I've never seen you in my community talking or any of that stuff ever. You're literally just using the channel. It's like, first of all, if you streamed long enough, you know that the whole like rating, follow for follow, even Discord does not work. At the end of the day, it's just consistency and just that you could get rated by freaking Asmongold tomorrow, and I guarantee you would not be able to hold that viewership at all, and you'd go back to what you were.
It depends, though. It really depends, because there are some people who Asmongold like brought his viewers to, and they've actually gotten quite popular.
No, but like you have an audience built from already. I'm talking about people who are brand new and they think that you're gonna get a raid and then you're gonna just skyrocket. Like, no, that's
I think
you don't have enough
something's
entertaining experience.
I think in order for that to work is you have to have something there already. Like the people, if like Asmongold's bringing, for example, I guess we'll keep with that. If he's bringing them to you and they stick around, there's a decent chance it's not just luck. It's your engaging, or you have something like there already. Like I said, you have a topic, you have a brand, you have something that people are able to mesh with.
As much as it's a bad thing, almost every category, the number one spot holds 90%, 80% of the views, and then the rest trickle down. And that's just the reality. When you have more people, you obviously get more traction. It is just the reality of things. So like,
it's content creation in general. It's a very top-heavy business.
So when you get at 15, 10 viewers, you'll have an easier time getting more people than when you're at 1 or 2. It is simple as that. So like that's why you can go variety after like getting partnered. If you have enough people, you can start playing games.
If you're an interesting person and as well you have like a community. Yeah, it's not only just like one day you're nobody, next day you're Kaisenot. No, definitely not.
Years. It's
absolutely
years of work. I mean, we've been at this 3 years, and I turned variety, and like mine has gone down, but I'm way more happier, and like it's chill, and it's more personal connection, but like it helps get more viewers because I have at least like 8-10 people at least, and not 1 or 2. You know.
Wait, this is gonna be a little off topic. When you guys started streaming, what was kind of the mentality of it? Like, just fuck it, or what?
Get bitches, get money. That's it.
All right.
For me, I wanted
success over there, dog. Cloaked in the success of your parents' fucking basement. Like I can talk. Like fucking.
It was weird because I wanted to just stream just to show like the behind the scenes of making the videos, like what goes into making these builds. I wasn't really planning on actually continuing streaming until people liked it, because I was streaming once a week.
Yep.
Because I was focusing, I was working, I was doing videos, and I would stream only once a week when there was like Nightwave, and I'll be doing the Nightwave stuff and all that. So, and the stream was like probably like 2, 3, 4 hours max. All right. And then I decided to like get more into it and turn it into like 3 days a week of streaming while doing videos in between. Of course, when COVID happened, everybody like lost their things and all that. So I decided to dedicate more into content creation.
Took advantage. No.
Yeah. I just went with it.
Yeah.
I streamed more, did more, and here we are now.
I go ahead.
No, for me, I ended up I was in between jobs trying to start an art business, and that art business, it was doing okay, but I'm like, you know what? I'm already playing games every day. Why not just try this, see what happens? And it took months before I had seen anything that even made me think about, okay, well, maybe this can be more than just
It's a
fun
dedication,
and
yeah.
extra pocket money every once in a while. It was like almost 4 months in before I even hit affiliate, so before you could even start earning money outside of like PayPal stuff. And then about 4 or 5 months in, I did my first 24-hour stream. And there was one individual who was like, we're going to make this the best 24-hour stream you'll ever have. And I made over $700 in one day. And
Holy
I was like,
shit.
oh, maybe this can be like a thing. And that kind of like shifted my mentality. I used some of that money. I used that money and some of my own money and invested in a computer and then took my streams from there. Because I was streaming straight from the Xbox and the PlayStation before. Like, I didn't have a setup. I didn't think this was going to be like, I didn't start, okay, let's buy the computer, let's buy the lights, let's buy the microphone. No, I was like, let's just play from my console. But that day really shifted my mentality. I was like, oh, maybe this is a real thing that I can do. I mean, I've already been doing this for like 4 months and I enjoy it a lot. Why not try to actually lean into this more? And that was 4+ years ago at this point.
Old
shit. Did you start with like, what were like the first few games you started streaming with?
It was a lot of Warframe and Monster Hunter World. I don't remember which one came first.
Why Warframe?
Why not? I mean, I'd already been playing Warframe for years at that point. I was already like 3 years into Warframe. Really enjoying the game. I still had the Warframe itch at that point, where I was like, oh man, I gotta get on. I really want to play.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it was really deep into that at that point. Like, I was still playing that pretty much every day. Like, if I wasn't playing Warframe at that time, I was like really busy.
Yeah.
So, I hadn't even gotten into like the nitty gritty of Warframe. I was just playing it because I really enjoyed it. I hadn't really watched a lot of other streamers. Or YouTube videos or anything. Like, that was just about the start of like trying to, be more than just whatever I could build myself. But yeah, those were the two main games in the beginning, and I really didn't play a ton of variety at the start. It was just those two, because that's what I was playing. And it ended up working out well, especially with Warframe. That community is something different. But that ended up building a lot of momentum, and I think if I hadn't been streaming Warframe in the beginning, I don't think my stream would be what it is now.
Do you think you would have kept
so
streaming?
much of that? Yeah, I enjoy it, even if there was like one person or even nobody watching. Like, I like the idea of streaming, building, friendships with people. It started more, I wasn't planning on making it into a career. Like, that's not what it started as.
No.
I wanted more people to hang out with, more people to talk to, and the community side of it, and just, see what could happen, kind of thing. And so that was, I really enjoy streaming, and even if at some point, I need to shift careers or do something, I still think streaming will just be something that I do even as a hobby because I enjoy it. You don't stream because it's for the money, and if you are, that's a tough way to look at it, because it's not. Yeah.
I do it for the money. I'm sorry. I am for the money, guys. For the money.
Yeah.
Doc
It's
fanning
hard
himself
to
with
do it for
fucking
that.
$100 bills.
Damn right, brother.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, I think we all started because we wanted to like just talk to people, have a chill vibe, and all that stuff. Like, I did it in 2021. I joined Twitch in 2021. I made an account, and I started watching some people like play games and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I kind of want that. I want a community, and I want to like entertain people, have them laugh. So I started streaming. I did Wildlands, then Batman and stuff, and then I found Warframe. And it popped off, and I was like, all right, this is a new game. When you first start playing Warframe, you just want to keep playing. And I'm like,
yeah.
And then you also see the growth on stream, and I was like going from 16, 20.
Yeah, you see a correlation, yeah.
So you're like, you start doing it more, and then now I'm like burnt out from it. So like, I just play whatever. But like, I wanted it to be a career. During the 4 months, I really like streamed 6 days a week full on, and like, it was amazing. But like, as I got a job, I realized even if I do the math of like being full time and being in a job, I much like being in a job better and having this as a hobby, because this turns into a full on work,
Yeah,
It feels
because
like it doesn't
there's
feel like a hobby. It feels like I'm actually working, and that's not what I want my streaming experience to be.
there's something that people don't understand when it comes to streaming. It's just that it's not you're not just sitting there playing video games or just talking. Like
Yeah.
you're not a person. I just want people to understand this. Like when people watch a streamer, you may be human, you may think of yourself, but you're not a person. You are a product, and you're there to provide entertainment. It's like changing a channel on TV. I know some people don't remember what that feels like, but for the old people, this is what it is.
When you scroll through
Twitch-
your Netflix and you do that, it's kind of the same thing.
Oh,
with
yeah,
dollars.
like-
Thanks, Doc.
yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Tying it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's people are just changing channels just to see what's up, and if they don't like what they see, they'll move on. And if that channel is not providing the same content that they came there for, they will leave. All right? There are some people who like you for who you are, true, and then they'll stick by you, watch whatever weird game you play, etc., etc. But then there's a like viewers on a stream tend to be like a cult. Like
Totally.
it's not your typical cult, or but it's just like this weird following, like a hive mind. Like you're not doing what we want you to do. I hate it. We will all leave. Like and it's also a good thing that those people don't really stick around because they're just there for the one game. And that's why I appreciate the people who are there for just hanging out, talking about random stupid shit, and that's why whenever I do like a just chatting stream, I haven't done it in a while, but just throwing out ideas, talking about a life, shows, music. Like I love doing that. Just sitting talking about and people watch you do that. I mean, that's it's huge. But at the same time, you have to realize if you're not entertaining, people are not going to watch you. You are at that point you're a streamer.
People are
you're
spending
supposed
time listening to
yeah.
you. They want to
Exactly.
be entertained.
Yeah.
They're not gonna.
I had this conversation with a viewer of mine. He was like, "Oh, you can watch anime," because I got the TV and I started watching anime for like 48 hours straight. And he's like, "Oh, you can watch anime for 12 hours, but you can't stream for 12." I'm like, "Dude, watching anime and streaming for 12 hours are two completely different things."
It's mentally tasking.
Yeah, like even if you're not talking and you're not entertaining, just being on camera, and if there's some people talking to you, it gets exhausting after a while.
Yeah.
And like when you're streaming, you're thinking of, okay, how do I entertain chat? Oh, I still have to keep up with the gameplay. Oh, I have to like maybe somehow make
Witty
things
comment.
entertaining and like give my thoughts or like have a reaction to things, and that all comes into play. And now on top of like how much hours and all that stuff you have left, it's a whole bunch of multitasking when you're streaming.
Yeah, and then of course there's some weird people who say streaming is hard. It's not hard. Like just the act of you turning on a stream and then projecting that shit onto the internet, that is not hard. What's hard is being there at 100%, at your 100%, reading chat, playing a game.
Yep.
Like if you're doing just chatting, like that's not fucking hard, bro. You're just you're just reacting. Well, like no. Like
And then they're like, "Oh, why can't like XQC just sit there and watch a video for 40?" It's like, brother, he has a following backed up already. That's why he can do that and be fine. Whereas if you're a person who has like 0 people, you can't do that. Like that's not entertaining.
Nobody cares about your opinion yet. That's the thing.
No.
Yep.
You have to
Exactly.
build those people that actually care about what you have to say. It takes there's a statistic that shows that it takes anywhere between 5 and 15 seconds to pull somebody into your stream. That's how long after they click your channel for you to actually pull them in. So if you are not on the ball when they happen to click in, like you happen to be going to the bathroom, you happen to just be like zoning out, you have that very short period of time for most people that click into your stream to get them to stick around, and that is not a very long period of time. So if you are not paying attention, that's you can look at your stats, and people who don't have a lot of views, people have clicked your stream. You may not realize it, and if you go into your Twitch stats, you can see that people have clicked your stream, but they just didn't stick around. And holding on to people is so hard, especially if you switch categories. Like, I'm not saying to stick to one category, but there was one person, I was streaming Warframe very, very consistently, and then I happened to go play something else just because, variety is the spice of life. Why not?
Yeah.
And they were mad they were very, very mad that I was not a
Banned them.
Warframe only streamer.
I just
They're like,
banned those
what do
people.
you mean you're not Warframe only? I'm like, how am I
What?
supposed to be like 24/7 Warframe only, like
Yeah.
not
Thing
play
is-
other things? I'm a gamer, not a Warframe, you know.
Yeah.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I love Warframe.
Yeah.
That game will probably never leave my stream, you know, repertoire, but I want to play other things. And it
Exactly.
does take a toll on
Like,
your
you wanna enjoy
numbers, but
those
you
with
can't
other people.
focus on that.
Yeah. If
Because
anybody
those
is like
people
that,
don't
I just-
necessarily
yeah.
matter.
I was-
Those are not the people that are gonna. There are some people in my community that will watch me watch paint dry, and I know this because I did cosplay stuff on stream, and I'm literally just sitting there holding two things together, waiting for the stuff to dry,
Dry,
so that
yeah.
it stays in place. And there are
Those are
people
the real
watching
goats.
because they want to know what's gonna happen next. They actually
They're
care
invested.
about. Yeah, they're
See,
invested.
but like, you wouldn't have to get to that point unless you like stream so much Warframe. Because like,
Yeah.
it's like the 4 months I spent streaming Warframe a lot. Those people have still carried on and just watched me.
Yeah.
The 8, 10 that I get now, like just but they'll watch me do anything. And like,
Yep.
that's where like new streamers or like people who just start out, they're like, oh, I'll just do just chatting and just talk. It's like
It's the worst
you
category
can't-
to start
yeah,
with.
you can't
It's
do
so
that. You have to have
saturated.
an audience already.
Yeah.
And it's not even the TikTok brain, the whole like 15, 10 seconds. That's been here for decades.
Yeah.
Of like, that's not even just TikTok. That's been like that since television
It's
started.
a fact.
It
It's
says-
a fact.
Do you
of-
guys still see me?
yeah.
It says OBS has crashed.
That's
Well,
okay.
Not
It'll be
anymore.
fine.
I can still see you.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
close
you're
it.
still here.
No, it's a factor of the fact that you're not the only streamer.
Yeah.
They've got options, dude. They've got
Exactly.
options. And if you're not like those 15 seconds, they don't deem you worth their time. They're going to swipe to the next fucker.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
just. It's not personal. It's not anything like that. It's just.
Again,
some-
like I said, you're
yeah.
just a channel that
Yeah.
they're going through. Like if like here, there could be a moment where you're just like reading a text, you just got something, you're just like, or ordering food. People can come in and is like, oh, this guy's boring. He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, I've had that.
Yeah.
I've had some guy come in. It's like, why aren't you doing anything?
I've had a few of those.
First time. Just
Thing is,
get the fuck out of
audience
here.
that know you and are there, they'll find that entertaining because they know you.
Yeah.
Whereas anybody new will be like, the fuck is this guy doing?
I know
ordering
Az has kept
kebabs.
jackasses around simply because of that. Like,
Mm.
because he's like,
It's
your
entertaining at
content.
that
Your
point.
content
Yeah,
for the rest
I
of
don't.
us.
I don't want to
I
deal
don't
with any like
I don't
annoying
like doing
shits.
that.
I just want to fucking
find it
play my
annoying.
game and move on.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's the thing, and people are looking for what it is that is entertaining to them.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily that you're not entertaining
not
or
gonna-
as an
you're not- you're
individual either, because
You're not going to be
you
a
know,
fit all
some-
for people.
It takes
Right,
years to
and
be
s-
entertaining. Like, I'm at
Yeah.
3 years now, and I'm like just learning like how to properly entertain people and keep jokes going and stuff like that, and like
Mhm.
not having
Yep.
dead silence all the time on streams. You know, it's difficult. And some people have it faster. You know, there's some people who get partnered within 2 months, and there's some people who don't get partnered until like 5, 6 years, and then they start popping off. It's different. You know, you can't. It's not gonna take one day, and the next thing you know, you're just popped off. Like
Yeah.
Queso, it took him a year. It took him a year to get 73,000 viewers average, basically
Mhm.
now. And it's like, yeah, that's a very fast track, but for most, if you do the math, most people aren't gonna be like that. Like, it's gonna take you maybe even a decade to even get, you know, at even like 50, 40 people sometimes. Just because it's different for everybody.
I
Yeah.
my I guess my I'm gonna sound like an asshole for this, but no, for me it was like I knew from an early age, like I always have kind of wanted to do content creation because I was like, that looks like fun. Like whenever I watch these guys, they look like they're having fun.
Yeah.
And then like you get into the things of like you're able to like the fact that I can raise money for charity sitting here blabbing my mouth or eating butter or something is the funniest shit in the world to me. I think it's great. But like I was never sure which way to like approach it. So like when I was like I think 14, I like uploaded like 12 frames per second YouTube video or two. Those don't exist anymore. Those don't exist anymore. And then I just stopped after a while because Windows Movie Maker wasn't getting updated anymore.
Oh damn!
And stuff. Yeah, see, dude, Windows Movie Maker.
I used to make AMVs of that, man.
Oh,
The YouTube channel I had for AMVs got taken down because copyrighted music.
Damn.
I had like 10 AMVs.
That's crazy.
Dude, I used to upload a video or two. I think it was like in high school or middle school of like me drawing art, and that's what I used to do.
Yeah,
Crazy. And I'm like, God, I want those deleted.
Yeah, so I removed those. Those are gone. Those are long gone. But like that was like, I was like, this is fun. I enjoy this quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say my like content creation really started probably like once I graduated high school. I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull the trigger on this and start streaming and crap. And I was never, not streaming in particular. I wasn't actually sure. The original plan was more YouTube. But then I think it was Edric, and this is the part where I'm going to say I'm an asshole, because I saw him start streaming, and I was like, I'm very much a person who was just like, oh, if he can do that, I can do that. I don't know why. I don't want to say this like I'm like demeaning Ed, because he's the fucking man. He's the man. I want to get him on this podcast at some point.
He's the Leche Flan man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love him, seriously. But like, I don't, because he was our clan leader at the time and stuff. So it was like, I can do that. If he's doing it, why can't I do that? It's like, this would be great. And I just started one day. And then, I don't know. More often than not, I feel like to my detriment, I'm a bit more like, oh, I don't give a fuck. So like partner was kind of like that for me, because I met all the requirements to become a partner. The only thing I didn't realize is I had to sustain those, so I went on like a 2-week break. And anyone who streams knows that breaks are like fucking cancer. Like they destroy.
Yeah.
So I applied for it, went on a 2-week break. 6 months later or something, 3 months later, they finally get back to me and are like, denied. And I was like sad for about 10 seconds. And then I thought about it like, if I get that check mark, what the fuck changes? Like, me and my personal validation check mark aren't going to like make my streams better or something. And all that kind of
you
stuff.
have to play more ads now.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like, it was a thing of
You're
like,
gonna keep harassing you about it. Play more, play more, play more.
But that was like a really wake up moment of like, if this is something I really want to do, I'm going to be doing this for like a long time. And I'm gonna have bumps in the road. Like right now, I'm going through a hard time just like with streaming and stuff, because I can't have a hold of consistent schedule because of a new job. But I mean, I don't care.
Why am I here?
What the fuck, dude? But like, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be something I'm gonna do over the course of 10 years. If it works and I'm able to do it full time, so be it. But like, I'm a stubborn bastard. So if it's like, oh, do this quick trick and you'll do, it's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
I need to have fun while doing this. I don't know. If I'm not, what am I doing it for? Type deal. Like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's full-time streamers that hate what they do now.
Oh, I'm
just 'cause
sure.
It seems like work.
I'm
and not
sure.
actual fun, because that's the whole point we started all this, you know?
Yep. No.
It is tough sometimes when you have to decide what is best for your numbers and what is best for your mental health to continue to do stuff. And that does become tricky, especially when you rely on the funds for that to make your life move forward.
Yep.
It gets really, really tough, because there are certain times where you're like, money's not coming in. What do I do? Do I have to change things? You have to really be careful when it comes to that. If you want to be able to sustain things, you have to kind of walk this balancing act between what you want to do and what is best for your channel. And it's tough, because they don't always line up. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's like, yes, there's an update on this game. Yep. This is the game that I want to play. Everything's going to work out. My community loves this kind of stuff. But then there are times where like, my community loves watching me play horror games. I don't like horror games. They scare the crap out of me, because like, that's the whole point. But when people are begging you, people are begging you to like play horror games because it's funny to watch you get scared, you're like, do I do this to satisfy the community and put aside the fact that I don't necessarily actually enjoy this, but it will be beneficial for my channel because everybody thinks it's hilarious? Or do I just go about what, I'm regularly doing and hope that that's the best? But some people don't like that kind of thing. You can't satisfy everyone. You
No.
can't.
True.
It's impossible
to
to
find your
satisfy
niche.
everybody.
I was gonna say like I'm at a I can say and like I don't give a fuck and everything, but realistically that's a luxury I have because I have and can work a job. And then there's the other side of that coin where some larger streamers have that luxury simply because it's like I can do what the fuck I want. Like if I could go fucking watch a toilet paper roll run out for 10 hours straight and people will still be here like, yeah, this is what we've been waiting for, dude.
See, but like when you finally have, like, I would say this with content creator, any job, when you have financial freedom and like at least for like the next year or two, you're set. You're more willing to or more passionate about the projects you want to do.
Yeah,
It's as simple as that. If I knew for like the next 3 years I'm set and I don't have to worry about bills at all, I'd be so much more passionate about the things I do. And like I'd watch more animes, I'd fucking stream more, all that, just because there's no worries.
That's how I was in the beginning because I was still living at home. My finances weren't as, as painful as they are now, and I didn't have to worry about it. So like full time when I first started looks very different than full time now. I am making a lot more money than when I first started, but my finances are just as tight, if not tighter, than when I first started because everything is more expensive.
Times changed.
Dumb me happened to trip and fall and break my phone, and like that wasn't something I was planning on having to replace.
I can't believe you did that.
I know it was so bad. It was
Fucking-
so cracked. But like I tripped on air, happened to break my phone. That wasn't in my budget. And you have to be. I did. My ankle just like went out underneath me. I tripped on absolutely nothing.
Are you an anime character?
Yeah, my
It's a Konosuba episode going on here, dude.
I sprained my ankle and I massively scraped up my knee, and my phone flew out of my hand and hit glass down on the cement in front of me.
No.
It was so bad. And this was about a month before TennoCon, and I was in like chunky heels for my cosplay, and I was like, I don't know if my ankle's gonna be good
Super heels, right?
by the time TennoCon comes around, and I have to wear these like,
I didn't even
for
know.
lack of a better term, stripper heels.
I had no idea stripper heels were even a thing until was it the Yorelli that brought it up? Like she was like, "Are those stripper heels?" And then I was like standing, and you were like, "Yes," and I was like, I thought those were just clear fat heels. Like
they're clear flat platform heels. So there's about 4 inches under my toe area and about like 6 to 10 inches under my actual heels. So I'm very high up off the ground.
You know what happened when you came on? When you came on, I was like, "Is that Kira?" Then I was just like looking at you walk up the steps, and I'm like, What is she gonna fall? I was just like anticipating a trip. I'm like,
I was so terrified about falling.
I'm so bad.
The heels themselves were not the problem. It was the fact that I was in a cosplay and I can't see. I had literally about 2 inches of view.
I swear, I feel like none of the cosplayers could see. Like cosplaying is going blind.
Yeah, look,
you
really
go in with
stiff.
blind.
I'm so terrified because I had the leg armor on the front and I had those skirts on the side. I'm like, I'm gonna step on something.
Yeah, Diffusion was nice enough to like adjust them while you were on stage a bit.
Yeah,
like almost every cosplayer walked like not normally, but little steps, just because they know they're gonna fall. The void ring was
wobble,
like
that was my biggest fear was tripping on that stage. So I walked out in like the slowest motion possible. Once the helmet was off and the rest of the armor and stuff was off, I can walk in those heels no problem. That wasn't the issue. It wasn't the heels. It was like I'm gonna fall. I just tripped less than a month ago on air. Like, please don't fall. But yeah, so like
one person that went out and did a spin because I thought they were showing their cosplay, but they were just really blind, so they didn't know what side they were looking at.
Yeah.
It was so funny to me. I don't know who it was, but they did a whole spin. It was great.
No, I haven't.
Is there a demon being summoned in your closet? Like a red streak of light. What is
That's
that?
his lamp.
You see that?
Threw down. He's got laser.
Yeah. What is that?
Don't worry about it.
It's like Satan's in your closet.
Yeah,
his lightsaber fell over and opened up.
My DoorDash driver or something. I don't know. If I can get down there.
That's where the mods are in the basement.
Yeah, dude, you gotta hold those things down.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, the finances of trying to like make sure that you've budgeted everything correctly. Like I wasn't expecting to break my phone and have a like $400+ vet bill in the same month. And now I'm like,
Oh, do we want to talk about the fucking disaster of Airbnbs at TennoCon too?
we can if you want. It was
I don't care.
ridiculous.
So you guys
I
don't
just-
get hotels?
It's cheaper when you're with a
it's-
big group to do an
I
Airbnb.
was gonna say, I mean, yeah, it was, yeah.
Because hotels,
I just
like,
saw,
especially with a
John
group, you need
Weissgreen,
more.
He already booked his hotel for 2025.
Yeah, I
For
plan to
10
book
I was
mine
like,
soon.
holy
I was gonna
shit.
say, have you booked that yet? Dear God.
No, I need a little bit more in my
You
pocket
good, you
first.
good, you good, you good,
You gotta give me, yeah. Wait
No,
until
no,
I
no.
will do it
I'm
next
just
month. I have a couple of
horrified.
things I gotta sell
don't
first
think,
before I can do
I
that.
don't think it could have gone worse if we had tried.
No,
Like,
it
that
was
was
bad.
abysmal. So, for those that don't know, I went to TennoCon in London, Ontario, Canada, with Kira, Joe, Edric, Shioli, and Tribby. The gang's all here. So Kira, Joe, and Ed flew from Hawaii to get to where they are, and they drove up to Canada. That was like, what, a 9-10 hour drive?
Yeah, it's between 9 and 10 depending on how many times we have to stop for
Yeah.
gas and whatnot.
You
So
guys
it was probably
you guys
close
had
to 10
stop
hours.
fucking once. You guys had to stop once. Don't you start.
No, we had to stop twice. This car
Joe
didn't go
laughed
as
at
well as
me.
last year.
Joe laughed at me when I said I had to stop like 3 times, and he was like, "Oh, we had to stop once." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, we had to stop twice on the way back, and then once I think on the way in. But it takes about, so we picked him up at at Logan, the Boston airport, and then drove all the way up past like the Niagara Falls area, because that's the fastest way to do that. So through Mass, through New York, and then up into Canada.
And
Like, I had booked this Airbnb months in advance. This wasn't something
the
that I
booking
did
wasn't the
last
problem.
minute.
The booking wasn't
Yeah.
the problem. So I drove 15 hours. I set out
Longer this time?
I don't remember if it was 14 or 15. I know the way back was a bit longer because of the fucking the sky just started falling. Like, you guys got back home, like, and got your COVID tests and stuff. I was busy. Like, the instant you guys left, God tried to smite me. I have never seen so much rain in my entire life. No, I'm not kidding you. They leave and they're like, "All right, Road, if you talk, you're going to be on your own in the car. We're going to go inside and get some COVID tests," because people got COVID at 10 o'clock. I was like, cool. It starts raining a little bit. I'm like, all right, this isn't bad. I'm in a construction zone, so I'm driving a bit slower. Suddenly the sky just opens and God is just taking a liquid crap onto like every car in the vicinity. I'm not kidding when I said I could not see for like 3 miles. There was nothing but water. I might as well have driven into an ocean. like it was bad. And then as soon as they come back, the rain stops. I'm like, hello? Am I dead? But anyway, that was why the road trip back took a little bit longer, fucking weather and crap.
I
but
feel bad because like I told you I'd be on VC, but I never.
no, you told me this time specifically you wouldn't be. You said
Oh,
no,
did
dude.
I?
Yeah, you
I
told
know
me you
last
couldn't
time
be.
I was, dude. I started snoring after like.
Oh yeah, there was a time. So the first time I went up to TennoCon, it was a way longer drive. I think it was like 16 hours because I took the longer route because I thought I'd be able to see like the Great Lakes. I did not. The Great Lakes were nothing but fog and nothing. And it was literally like awful. I was like, I swear to God, for like 10 hours I was looking at the same scenery. I was like, dude, this is terrible. This time I made the smarter choice and went through fucking Chicago, but still.
Yeah, but you went through a town that you almost got killed in.
Oh, dude,
I miss road trips with friends, man.
dude. Well,
Dude,
he
come
was
over
he
next
was
time
on
to con,
Discord, dude. I drove through an abandoned town, so my cellular cell like service started like dropping out at this time because I'm in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why this wasn't even like on Google Maps. I was driving through like it suddenly dropped off into a dirt road, middle of nowhere. Like, so like. It was old buildings too. This place had been done in for like a while. Like those, how like diners and all those things had like those thick fucking pieces of glass, like a foot each.
Yeah.
There was buildings like with those still in use, and like tile buildings and everything. So it's like, dude, this looked like it got abandoned 40 years ago. So that place was creepy as fuck. He's breaking up on Discord. It's like 2 a.m. or something. I'm like, horrified, like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here. Or someone throws down a spike trap or something.
Or fucking Molotov just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and so as I'm like getting out of the town, out of fucking like Scooby-Doo level, like appears out of nowhere. Oh, shit. I turn a corner. It's like a super narrow road. A fucking semi, like 18-wheeler out of nowhere, almost runs me off the road. He comes back on. He's like, "You there?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm going to fucking die." Like almost into a ditch, and it just,
Jeez.
and then it
And
suddenly
I'm
just
enjoying
normal
this
again.
whole thing because I'm just sitting in my bed browsing Twitter, and I'm like, dude, I hope you're good. I'll talk to you later, though.
Yeah, and then suddenly it's just asphalt road. I'm back on the main road. I'm like, all
Damn.
right, God just almost took me out again. Every time I go to Tenogun, like something.
Yeah, God be like,
something-
I got you, bro. No worries.
Yeah,
You good, you
he
good.
fucking Noah's Ark the second time, and the first time I get sent to I don't even know where.
That was like on the way back for me, Joe, and Edric. There were 2 cars that just decided to use that area on the highway where like state troopers like go from one side of the highway to the other because they need to go catch somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
2 random individuals like slowed down in the speed lane to try to like turn into there.
Were they
and
caught?
No, there wasn't even a state trooper around. Like they were
guys
just
had some
using that
interesting
part
drivers.
of the highway. And so Joe was driving at the time and he had to move into the middle lane a little bit to get around them. We were very, very close to being in an accident, and the phone happened to break up at the same time. So
Oh my
we
God,
had to,
yeah.
that's right.
Jeez.
And so we had to
I
like
was so-
call road back
on
afterwards.
the way
'cause-
back, when we broke up from Canada, after about an hour, it was just like we just hopped into a call together because it's like, all right, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah,
I
we
was
got, like,
super
10
happy
hours.
about it because I was like, I've got like a 13-hour drive. I'm okay with hanging out with the fellas for like till I have to get home, which was super sweet. I appreciate that. But yeah, on my end, that was horrifying. Like,
we were so close to an accident. We were all
I
making
heard
noises if we
was
were about
everyone
to get
in the
hit.
car like scream, "Oh my God," or something, and just all I hear is this, and then it just stops. Because I heard you guys
because
like
the audio, the phone cut out.
because it was like building up like what are they doing over there? What is that? Oh my God! And I'm just sitting there in my car like I'm like, very funny guys. All
Did I
right,
just lose them all?
like my heart.
It was
sunk.
scary.
Like I was getting ready to pull over and be like, am I about to have to call like 911 and like say like at this location, like I think my friends might be dead. Like,
Yeah, thankfully we were able to reconnect and call him back. But yeah, it happened to cut out at like the worst possible time because
I was
we were
like, are you guys
literally
alive?
just barely avoided an accident.
Chad, is this real?
It was so bad.
Damn.
Yeah, no. So
But yeah,
do you
it
want to
was
explain the Airbnb thing? You probably got.
sure.
I've explained it wrong probably every single time.
I've had so many people ask me like, "Oh, how was your trip in?" And I've had to explain it to like
Oh, it was
every single
horrible.
person at TennoCon. It was
horrible.
terrible.
What's
So-
wrong with the-
Yeah, so Road ended up showing up to the Airbnb a little bit before we did, and so he got a little bit of an experience of this shit show. But we
I
get
should have
there.
let you guys know. Like,
Yeah.
So the Airbnb, I did a little bit of scouting because I went inside and I was like, all right, my asshole like remembers every crease of that fucking seat because I've been driving for like 14 or 15 hours. My butt probably
No,
looks
the way
as
you
the same as
describe
that
things is
seat.
very interesting.
This guy loves talking about
From, like,
How
God
else am I?
poop and
I'm
God
sitting
God
in a
smiting.
fucking chair with bumps and all these things for 14 hours. There is
Okay.
no way my butt
What, are you
looks the
clenching
same
your
as when I
asshole for
sat
14
down in
hours?
it. There is no way.
What are you doing?
What, driving.
Yeah,
So
but
That's
you're
his
clenching
exercise
your
for the
asshole
week.
for
It's just
14 hours and it
clenching for
hurts?
driving.
anyway,
or was it a bumpy road and so he gave you
But
some
there
you
was
know,
a few
nice
bumpy roads
vibrations?
there, bud. There was a few.
It goes back to-
You know,
He went all
clench it together there,
exploded
man.
there, bud.
You lock in
Ah.
there.
Oh, God.
I see.
No, but yeah. So I get there and I'm like, okay, it's humid. It was humid when we got there. It was
Ooh,
humid as
swamp
fuck.
ass.
No, my car has AC. So like I
Oh, you
get
fixed
inside, and I'm like, okay, it's humid. It's just it's a borderline. Think of a borderline just empty like room, like
Okay.
living room. There's
Mm-hmm.
a table, a couch, and then just a dining table. That's it.
Dining
and
table,
chairs.
yes, uh-huh.
Dining table and chairs. That's it. This is a huge room. It's empty basically, and it's humid as balls. So I turn on the AC unit they had, loud as shit. And I go upstairs, and it's like, there's no AC up here. There's like none.
Awful. It was so hot. It was like walking
Not
in
even a fan.
Did not list it in
I
the
walked
Airbnb
around in
or-
that
It was
house.
so bad.
I walked around in that house, and I thought I took a shower.
Not even a fan, at least.
No,
there was
There were a couple of ceiling fans, but it didn't do
the ceiling
anything.
fans wobbled and were like on an
They're
incline.
gonna
Yeah,
kill
no, it
you
wasn't.
tonight, that's
One of the rooms.
They're gonna come down.
It was
Oh,
hilarious
dude,
when
that
they
would-
got
that would-
there. We inspected the rooms a bit more when they got there. I kind of just sat there and just decompressed, like
Yeah, we had just brought
let my
everything
asshole
in.
relax a little bit, you know.
Yep.
sitting on the couch.
Unclench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had just gotten there, and we had just brought everything in, and we went to go unpack some of our food because it's cheaper to bring some stuff with us. And Joe goes and opens the freezer, and there's a to-go container with a slice of pizza in it.
it looked
And
like
in
it was
the
made out of
fridge,
Legos. That's how
yeah,
long
it was.
had been in
It
there.
had to have been in there for a long time in the freezer. And then in the fridge, there was a used bottle of alcohol. There was still some alcohol in it.
Yep.
And I'm like, that means they clearly did not go through and clean this. So already I'm a little bit disgusted, but I could have dealt with that if that was the only thing. There was trash outside on the lawn and not in the barrels. Like there were just bags of trash. And then when you get about halfway up the stairs, the heat just hits you like a wall. And so
Oh,
you
man.
look
To be fair,
up there where all the bedrooms are,
prob-
and it was so bad.
Probably the only reason the humidity wasn't so bad downstairs is because I think I got there like an hour or two before you guys did.
Yeah,
So
it would have been worse.
I had ran the AC at from the bottom like level, so it wouldn't be
Like-
so bad when they got there.
Can't you complain about that shit? Because like they didn't-
We ended up
we'll
complaining
get to
about it.
that.
Oh,
So, ironically, the AC wasn't on. Road had to turn it on, but the fireplace was lit. There was like an actual flame on.
midday.
So it was
Midday.
hot, and there was a fireplace.
And there was a
on.
fireplace
What the
with
fuck?
like an actual, yeah, I think somebody might have been squatting there, possibly.
So-
But we go upstairs and there was still somebody's sweatshirt left in the closet. There was a window that wouldn't properly close.
Yep.
It was like completely broken. On the first floor, there was a door where it looked like somebody had punched out the glass and they just put, clear packing tape over
Yep.
the hole. And then there was more clothes in the basement too.
The
And one of the
basement
bricks on the fireplace was broken, and Joe
I wanna
tripped
see
and almost
the
fell.
ARB pictures that they showed you when you got the place.
It
I bet
looked
they
nice.
look immaculate.
It did
They
look
great.
nice. The
It just-
pictures looked
the
decent,
pictures
but
do not do justice to the smell of that basement.
Yeah.
that basement, dude.
it was funky.
Dude, that was intense. I
Yeah.
smelled. You're talking to the garbage man now. I smelled some stuff in my time here, dude. That fucking basement, man.
Yeah, it was musty. It was
Pungent.
bad. And so I ended up going straight to the Airbnb support because I'm not going to message the person who owns this Airbnb. I'm just going to straight up message Airbnb support and go through them. And they're like, "Oh, did
Yeah.
you talk to the host yet?" And I was like, "No, I didn't talk to the host yet." They contacted the host. The host was like, "Oh, well, I can give you a partial refund
What do
if you."
what?
So, because we didn't want to stay there.
Yeah, we
And
were
so
like, no, this is unacceptable.
we're like, this is
This place is
unacceptable.
disgusting.
It's unlivable, even just to sleep in that heat. Like it won't happen.
It was too hot, and we were all convinced they just had not cleaned. So we weren't at the
especially with the
Airbnb at
stuff
this
in the
point, too.
fridge. And so
had gone
I
out to
messaged
dinner.
them.
We were like, fuck
Yeah.
this.
They were like, I'm not dealing with that. Let's just remove all of our stuff. We had to pack the cars back up,
Yep.
put everything back in, and I messaged Airbnb support and sent them pictures. And they talked to the guy, and this was like a $700 Airbnb for the week, which is not too bad for a whole week. I was like, that's reasonable. And he was like, I can only give you about $163 back unless you find someone to take your place for the weekend. And I was like, what? That's not how this works. So Airbnb support was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? We have insurance for this kind of thing. We will refund you the full amount because you definitely, understandably, don't want to stay there. We can see the pictures. We agree that this is unacceptable. They could have sent a cleaner and like had us go back the next day. But like, no, I don't think they're going to do it well enough the second
They're not
time
gonna
because
bring
they
in a
clearly
second
didn't do it
PC
before.
too.
So
don't
we're
get
out
us-
to dinner, and Canada has like the worst internet connection ever for my
pretty bad.
particular phone.
mean,
Like it was so
Canada,
bad.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
You blame
Canada,
them.
but like I couldn't get internet anywhere.
The venue that
It
for
was-
TennoCon did not have like public internet access because I was
Yeah.
showing Knight. I talked about this last pod. I think I was showing Knight. Like I think you were getting ready for cosplay. I like got up during like one of the events and showed him the convention, and it was like, I was like, I can't connect to internet, so I'll just do this on data, and I almost like totally blasted all my data. Like it
Even
been
on
bad.
data, I couldn't connect to like it was taking forever to
I was the
connect to
only
everything.
one. I was the
Yeah,
only
he was the only one who could get like even
Edric
something.
had fucking nothing.
Edric had nothing. I had a
Edric
little
had
bit. Joe had a
nothing.
little bit. Edric couldn't
Hilarious.
connect to anything
So,
unless there was free
the
Wi-Fi.
whole time we're like, Ed, look this up, and he just stares at us like, dude, are you serious?
We can't.
You fucking.
So we're out to dinner waiting for Airbnb to get back to us about where we're going to stay tonight and like if we had even had a refund at that point. And I had to go through hoops talking to them to get them to agree to the refund. So we're at the restaurant. We had just finished our food, stepped outside, and I'm talking about the fact that like I need to be able to connect to the internet, and some dude is like, I can turn my phone into a hotspot for you. I was like, thank you. That is so nice of you to do that. We're out there for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Come to find out, he just cooked our food. So that was kind of funny that he was the chef at the restaurant who just cooked our meal. But he let me use his phone as a hotspot. And I finally get back to Airbnb, and they're like, okay, here, we found it. You know, we found this place. This looks good. I found it, and I was like, all right, let's go. Let's go with that one. And I booked this place. Go ahead.
He also was telling us how this is like one of like the three roughest areas.
Oh, yeah. He
like,
said, don't
in the
stand here
city.
longer than you need to. You need to get out of this area. You don't want to be in this area. This is a very, very rough
Yeah,
area.
so we were
He was
like-
like, I've lived here my whole life.
Okay,
you
wait,
don't
wait,
want to
wait.
be in this spot.
So this was like where in like in the hood, like how
Basically.
far
We were
you,
staying in the hood.
Basically.
How far were you from the TennoCon venue?
10 minutes, maybe?
10, 15 minutes?
And you're in a ghetto area, just like that?
Yes.
Even the convention center itself is not a
Yeah,
great...
we can go on
Last
that
year,
too.
we ran into a lady of the night during the day who was wearing basically nothing, and you could
That was the
see
first year.
everything.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
this was
Venue
last
every
year.
time?
I'm going to TennoCon
Yes.
next year, all right?
Because
when we went on our
because
last,
DE works in the building behind or like right next to the convention center.
Oh,
Like they're
damn.
literally like you can see it and you could hit their building from standing inside the convention center. Like it's right there.
prior to the
Damn.
Brozyme story I told last week, prior to that one,
Is that the way the
Um,
food was shit as well?
no, it wasn't
No,
bad.
it's the one where he was like, I'm fucking out here
Fighting
doing
God. I
God's
was
work or
fighting
some
God.
shit like
yeah,
that.
to Brozyme
Yeah.
while I was taking a shit, and then he went. I didn't realize it was him, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, that's
He
my.
was down there for a while too, man. I felt
Dude,
bad.
that's what I told him. That's what I told him. He wasn't no spring chicken himself. he was in there as well.
We thought Rogue passed out or something. He was
No,
down
dude.
there for so
I think
long,
that
and
was-
then
I think that was
yeah, and
day
then
one of,
Brozyme
like,
went down
stomach
there
issues.
too,
Like,
and we were like,
hard, dude.
where did he go? Where did they go? When you opened up the bathroom door at this restaurant, there was just stairs that went down, and so we just like he
I
just
tried
went down
explain
to a
him, like,
basement.
bathrooms with like menacing
It was
auras.
so weird.
Yeah, it was a weird
Jesus.
one.
It was
But, like,
terrifying. I was
no,
like,
but-
he's gone. He's gone forever.
prior to all of that, Higgs, you can ask him, Doc, and I know you don't know him, but you can ask him
Higgs,
about this.
I met Higgs recently.
He's really
Kira
cool
rated,
people.
Kira rated him. He's
He's
the
awesome.
I wouldn't be streaming
New
Warframe if it
Zealand,
wasn't
right?
for him.
Or Australia.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
I love
That's
that
the
guy.
one, yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
ever
cool.
tell him that.
I like him. He's cool people. He's funny.
No, so we were all meeting up to go eat. Like we were driving to this place, and they were just on the street as we were going over. So I rolled down the window. And we're like, "Go to this place. Go to this place," and then we drive off. And so they
we were
walk
just
over
yelling
there.
out the window to them.
We go to this place, and on the way there, they had seen a person like pants off, press their ass up against the window, and just shit.
Oh,
And this isn't just some random place. This is like a store. This is like an actual like establishment, like a grocery store. Like this guy just full on ass to window just fucking mud pies it. Like, dude,
So gross.
like I was just
Dude, I
like,
feel like that's more interesting than the TennoCon itself. Like,
There's so many. You
The
don't want to
only-
go into
the
that
only-
area unless you're going for a convention. Like
the
I feel
only-
bad saying that, but it was so rough.
the only reason I didn't go take a look at the mud pie on the window was because he said it was 3 blocks down, and we were about to start going. We were about to go eat. Oh, dude!
No, like he's calling it a mud pie. Is hilarious.
Like, dude, I would have gone and looked at that thing. I would have. Dude, I needed
It's a
to
monument
validate
now.
that.
But like night here, I'm streaming this. You want to look at this?
It's
Dude,
modern art.
Dude, I would have gone and looked.
I mean, this day and age, sure.
People can take a banana and nail it to a canvas and call it art. I think this mud pie might have beat that.
You know,
I mean,
you guys are
story
talking
of,
about like
the
a ghetto
random dude.
area.
Yeah,
He threw
so
his shoe in the museum, and
so-
everybody
No.
started taking pictures.
so
Because I had a similar well, not really similar, but so we were on a field trip. We were on a road trip. we're going to our friend's town. He was having a birthday party, his 21st. So I was driving. This was in Cape Town. So we were driving from Cape Town all the way to I forgot, was it Grahamstown? I forgot where it was, right? So we passed this place, Stellenbosch. It's a very Afrikaans place.
Okay.
And so my friend was the driver, and she's just like the whitest chick you'll ever see, right? Full on hippie. She's got the outfit. So she stops in this ghetto looking place. I'm like, why are we stopping here? So it was just me and this other guy. So we were the guys in the car, right? We were scared shitless.
because you know,
Right?
You know.
Yeah. I'm
Oh, she's
like
chilling. She's chilling with her crystals and
doesn't
everything.
know.
No, she just stops there. It's like, oh, the Rastas. I'm just gonna get some weed. I'm like, what? It's so I was like, do you want us to come with you? It's like, no, I'm good. She just comes out of the car. She walks out. Hey, just like that, calls out to them. I'm like, what? Is she gonna be okay? Do you have her keys? Because we're gonna drive away if she gets stabbed or
That's
something,
fucked
right?
up.
I'm not.
Get the fuck out of here.
That is fucked, my guy.
Right? She goes there. She just buys weed and she just crosses the street like nothing happened. And she was like, "Yo, roll this up." I'm like, okay. I did not expect that. Like, you know.
I kind of clued into where we were based off just because I had gotten lost when we got there to get to the Airbnb. I was so fucking tired. So I'd been like driving around. I drove into the parking lot that we went to go eat at because it was like 2 minutes, like not even a minute away from our Airbnb. It was like right around the corner.
Yeah, we could have
As soon as I
walked there.
drove into that thing and I saw someone like, there's a giant like speed hump and he just fucking vaults it. As soon as he did that, I was like, I have a rough idea of where we are now. And then just the place was like, everything's got barred windows. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it was concerning. Like the teenagers walking around, you could tell that they thought they were hot shit, and not in the way like we have money type of hot shit. It was like, oh, they might be packing, and I might be concerned.
Yeah,
like
so-
it was concerning in that area, and to be told by the guys who said he lived, you know, in Ontario
cool
his
guy.
whole life. He was great.
He spent
And
10,000
so-
hours on a public ARC server, and that's when we knew this guy was this guy was sick.
He's willing to put up with public arc. I can't. But yeah, so he was like, get out of here as quickly as you can. Like, don't stick around this area if you don't have to. And I was like, oh, that's great. So I had finally booked the second Airbnb, and the internet is still shit, but we sent the boys on their way because I had booked the place.
I don't know why we thought like putting me and Ed, the two most exhausted morons,
in the same car
rubbing
together.
our two brain cells
Yeah.
together.
General,
I think
just in general, dude. Not
I
even
think
exhausted.
at that point, I had been awake for what time was it?
I think you had told us that it was already close to like 26 hours
it
or
was
something.
like I was
at
over
that
about a
point.
day awake, and I was driving. And
You
so
were
me and Ed-
already like mush brain at dinner. Like it was bad.
That's really
Yep,
bad. Yeah.
and then
Yeah. So
Ed's-
it was like
Ed's,
20
there
minutes
with
away
me.
and sent them off.
So we're just shooting shit the entire way because we put it into maps and drove off before they even got in the car. So
Yeah,
we're
and we-
driving there.
We stupidly didn't exchange phone numbers because we've always just messaged over Discord. It was no big deal. But
Wow.
not remembering that like that the internet was garbage. I get into the car with Joe. I'd already sent those two hooligans on their
like
way.
Gone at this point. We're like,
Yeah,
we're
they're
like
gone.
5 minutes there. Because I was just pedal to the metal. Like, Ed, if I pass out, can you grab the wheel?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed.
I get a call from this Airbnb dude saying, "I'm sorry, I double booked."
Yeah.
And they're already on their way. Somebody was already sleeping and staying at that place that I had just paid another $900 for. And so I was like, it was already $200 more expensive, but we didn't care at that point. We were like, we just want somewhere to stay for the week. I don't care. It's an extra $200 split between 6 people. No big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, it's worth it. We'll have somewhere to stay. So the first place was a shit show. It took a couple of days, got a refund. Second place was double booked. We had to drive all the way there to tell these two that this place was double booked 20 minutes away.
Some random dude's house. We were just sitting inside, like me and Ed were just sitting there, like shooting the shit for like 5 minutes before they showed up. Because we were just like, no, they got lost.
Yeah, it's already like 7, almost 8 o'clock at this point. And I'm on the phone with Airbnb. They're like, well, we can try to find another place for you. I'm like, there's 6 of us. How are you going to find a place now for tonight that, like, technically there was 4 at the time, but there's supposed to be 6 of us to stay in a place. Like, most of these places are only 2 bedrooms. And it's not going to work out. So we ended up having to stay in a hotel the first night, and they only gave us 20% back. And it was a creepy hotel place. Like, the main lobby was fine, but like, there was no elevator, so we had to carry all the stuff upstairs on the second floor.
Second floor, farthest you could away from the door. There was no. We were like,
you literally had to go all the way down.
All her cosplay stuff, all of our baggage, everything in, like, and I'm like 36 hours in the grave right now. Ed's been away
one hotel
on a flight.
room for 6 people?
No, because we ended up having to book 2 hotel rooms. So yeah,
me and
the
Ed
2 of them
really
stayed in one.
This trip, me and Ed are blood brothers now. Basically, we're after the hotel, we eventually got an Airbnb. I slept in the same bed with Ed for like 3 or 4 days. That was
because the only place we could get had it was a 2-bedroom, so we ended up getting a couple of air mattresses, and Sholly and Tribby they had their own shit, but they ended up showing up late.
Yeah.
And so they ended up having to sleep on air mattresses because, like, that's all there was. So Joe and I crashed in one bed, the 2 of them crashed in another, and then Sholly and Tribby had air mattresses because this was the only place. And it was just as expensive.
Yep.
We ended up spending the exact same, plus a little bit more because of the hotel, than if we had just stayed in that first place because it was a shit show.
Yeah.
And it took until midday the second day. We were in a Tim Hortons to get their Wi-Fi for over 2 hours, messing with Airbnb to even get this new place. No, I don't.
Wow.
No, I didn't get anything from there. I was so pissed off.
Come on.
We were late to the first Warframe meetup by like a half hour, 45 minutes because we had spent so long in that Tim Hortons on the phone. They wanted to ask me, oh, well, how much can you afford for the Airbnb so we know how much we can give you off as a percent? And I was like, no, you will be giving me the highest percent off you can because you've wasted a day and a half of my vacation. A whole day and a half wasted just messing around, jumping between Airbnbs. And my cosplay, I had a couple of things I wanted to do, just like last minute stuff, and I didn't even get a chance to do some of the stuff, so it was like not as finished as I wanted it to be. I know that's my own fault for waiting till last minute, but still, I had a plan, and I should have been able to do that, but that was ruined because we had to keep shifting around to so many places. By the time we got to the hotel the first night, it was already like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
What I'm hearing from here is that if all of us got into Airbnb, it's going to be quite the adventure.
I would say,
hopefully
like,
fucking not.
Didn't you guys do a review, like, or something was?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that first.
You didn't.
Place. What?
You didn't?
I didn't book it.
No, I reported them, and then the place that got double booked got reported and flagged for being
double booked,
for not doing what they were supposed to do. They didn't take the listing down after because you could book like half the house or the entire house, and we were obviously trying to book the whole thing. So.
Did you not like check out like the reviews before you booked at least?
No, they were fine. That was the problem.
We're not like booking
the pictures look decent, I'm guessing, and that's why they booked it.
Yeah, the pictures looked fine. Everything was fine. It wasn't an issue, and then
user reviews should have been like another thing, not just looking at pictures.
Yeah, no, I usually do a ton of research. Last year we had a place that was perfectly fine. I mean, it had its issues, like the ceiling fan looked like it was going to fall off. But
why didn't you do the same one unless it was booked?
It was already booked.
Oh, smart.
I would have done the same one as last year because those people offered a discount because we told them, hey, your toilet paper roll holder is a little loose. It's going to probably fall off soon, or where you hang your towels. One of the things was loose on the wall, and the ceiling fan in the kitchen, when you turn it on, full blast and stuff, it shakes really bad. And so we were giving them a couple of things and letting them know what was going on, and they offered a discount because they're like, thank you, because you telling us this stuff, that's not what our cleaners can normally check. They don't check to see if the ceiling fan is wobbly.
Yeah.
And so like they were offering a discount the following year, and I was like,
that's nice.
Cool, that's great. I'll rebook with them. Like, this was a nice place. There were enough beds. The couch looked comfy enough.
Next time
next time that you book, we'll give you.
They didn't,
No, they didn't take anything off. And that was fine because I was planning to, I would have booked with them for this year's TennoCon, but I went and I was looking in March. I booked this place back in March, and obviously TennoCon wasn't until July, and it was already booked out.
Yeah, no.
So it's frustrating.
Mm.
But it's way cheaper to do it that way. Otherwise, it would be close to like almost $300 a night for the 6 of us to do hotel rooms. So it was way cheaper to be like $700-800 for the whole week.
Yeah, I was like, if I was gonna go to TennoCon this time, I was like, I'll just get a hotel room for because I'm not what do you call it, Tenno creator, whatever.
Yeah, if you're honestly going on your own, hotel's probably not a bad option. If you're going on your own, but if because we were almost always we're doing a group personally because I think it's a bit cheaper. Plus, I think it's a lot more fun.
It's way more fun than just being in a hotel room at the end of the night and you're like, hanging out as a group in the house it's fun.
Oh yeah. Next time I'm bringing Pepto Bismol.
No. It's no. What you need is not Pepto. You need something that what was that? That helps you with your digestive system.
I think it was just literally
probiotics and a lot of fiber.
Probiotics. That's the one. Probiotics.
Yeah, we were not eating a lot of fiber. There was a lot of hamburgers consumed there. There's a lot of meat.
Hell yeah, brother.
There was a lot I wanted to do this year that I didn't get to do because we lost those first 2 days. Like that, and the places we were staying just were not like the most hospitable places.
Oh, speaking of, by the time we finally got that third Airbnb, there was literally an encampment of homeless in the front yard and across the street too. So now I'm just like
that last time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I felt bad for these individuals, and at the same time, you don't know what people are gonna do when they're back to the wall. And so I'm like, so I'm like, great. And now we're on the 3rd floor of this place too. So we had to hike everything up to the 3rd floor. Luckily, it was really nice on the inside. And ironically, apparently, D.E. Zach had stayed in that exact room prior to us being there because his apartment wasn't quite ready. So he was in that literal exact same 3rd Airbnb as ours for us.
He knew we were coming years before.
Yeah.
That bastard.
But like it was such a shit show. Like, it took 2 days for us to finally unpack. Luckily, that second place the third place, let us get in early. They were like, oh, well, our normal check-in time is 4 p.m. I'm like, it's 3 o'clock, and I have somewhere to be. So I messaged them, and I was like, can we check in early? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, oh, thank you. I don't want to wait another hour doing nothing.
Late. We were still late, yeah.
Because we still had food in the coolers that had only been shifted to the hotel fridge for a night. Like, I want this in an actual fridge, please.
No, I mean, there was stuff so I one of the things I really wanted to do was get a few people together and then invite them back to the Airbnb and then just we have a last supper type deal or and then just do a Smash tournament or something, Yeah. Just have a bit of fun.
How much did it cost in total?
The Airbnb per person was 100.
No, the whole trip.
For me, I'm probably going to be the most expensive because I had to stop for gas 3 times. And stuff, plus the living expenses are going to be the same.
Because you guys had to
rent a car. You guys had to rent a car, but
we had to rent a car.
I'm not old enough to rent a car, so
it was $350. which isn't really bad for the whole
You gotta be
trip.
25 to rent a car
Yeah,
or
you have
something.
to be 25 in the US.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't rent a car before 25. You're not supposed to be able to book a hotel room before you're 21 either.
That's why, like the first year I went to TennoCon, I just had to like bum rush it because I couldn't. If I
He was
going to
sleep in his car. I heard him on
calculated it.
stream.
I'm
The
like,
reason
I
why
think
this
it'll be
happened is
cheaper
because
for me
Rhodes
to,
was
like,
going to sleep in his car.
pick
Yeah,
a
that's the
flight.
only. I think
Yeah.
that was like one of the main reasons like I got to get in with like you guys' group is because I was like, I'm gonna go to TennoCon and just sleep on the outskirts of town in my car. I
Yeah,
was
he
fully
said
ready
that
for
on
this.
his stream, and I happened to be in his stream, and I was like, "No, you're not. Hold on, let me message everybody else to make sure they're cool with it, because I was
like,
in
what's the
charge of
big
putting it
deal?
all
What's the
together, but
big
I'm not
deal?
just gonna yank somebody
Honestly,
it's
in."
not that
I'd
bad.
do it. I'd do it.
That's
No,
not that bad.
absolutely.
That's $100.
Even seeing
saved.
that area, no. After seeing that area,
I think picking a few spots, I could do it. I think I could do it.
Camping in a car is not
Don't
that
do
bad. I mean, for a week,
Now that I've been there twice, I definitely would
yeah.
caution against it.
with the amount of stuff that we have seen in that area, if
It's
it was a
bad.
nicer area, maybe,
Mhm.
but it is really rough.
It's bad.
It was concerned, like
Nate,
it is.
you gonna drive?
DE specifically told us don't be out in this area at night by yourselves. Don't walk
Oh.
around at night in this area. Like they themselves warned us last year, don't walk around at night in this area.
Yeah.
So
Wait, Knight, you driving to TennoCon next year?
Yeah, come on, Knight. Come on, drive,
Knight,
dude.
come on, drive to
Me?
the ocean.
drive through the ocean.
Come on, Knight. It's a quick drive, in and out.
Yeah.
You know?
Surely.
Come on.
I wanted to go this year, but I was too late to get
Sure
the
you did.
tickets.
All the
No, dude,
sure. No, tickets
I
did
was-
sell
I
out
was-
rather quick.
I
They did
was
sell out
late to
pretty
get
quick.
the tickets. All right, that's where the TennoCon money went right there.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know.
TennoCon light bar. TennoCon light bar.
I get that. I don't know.
I mean, the first year I just didn't know where I was gonna stay, and then this year I was just late to get the tickets, and then I was like,
Yep.
"Fuck it."
Yeah, I mean this year I don't know our arrangement yet because I know Ed's on the fence about it. Tribby and Shield, they aren't coming because it's just those guys are. I have no clue how. That's expensive. Like,
Ed said there's like a 60 or 70% chance that he can do it.
yeah,
So he said that he's trying to figure it out because he wants to go back and see his family in for
It's just
part
timetables
of it as well.
for
So
a lot of people. I know Kadoma said
Getting
he was
time off of
also
work and stuff.
like.
And you also have to like take
Busy.
time off work if you're doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you gotta
That's-
put that in way early.
That's the thing I'm struggling with because like with this new job I can only get X amount of PTO hours and everything.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like, so like next year's gonna be a huge travel year for me. Like, is the plan like because I want to go to Japan next year and then I want to go to TennoCon, and then I don't know. This year is
probably have to
and
get
possibly
unpaid leave.
Anime Boston because I might
Yes.
stay with.
Come visit.
Oh, really?
yeah, he's
I'll
gonna come
join.
out here and crash
I'm
around
going
here.
to
I told him
SAC Anime this 30th.
Yeah, I'll just.
If I like it, I'll
I-
try
yeah.
to join you.
Yeah. Part of
When
it's
is
just because
Anime
like.
Boston?
I mean, if I can sleep with Joe, if I can
the
sleep
end
with Ed,
of-
I
it's
can
in
sleep
May.
with Joe. I mean, what?
you don't have to. I
What?
still had to keep those air mattresses. You can keep an air mattress.
I,
But no, like you can totally crash
Joe could
here
fit
as
on
long
an
as I
air
still have the
mattress.
apartment. Oh, yes.
Joe
Put
could-
Joe on the air mattress.
no.
But yeah, because like as long as I still have my place, like you're welcome to crash here, and that way you
Yeah.
can save on
That would
on
actually
stuff,
be huge because
so.
like the less I can do, like that's the only thing with that is again like I don't know how long, especially with this new job, I could stay, and then
Don't you have pets though?
Yeah, so
No, the what do you call those? The
Bearded
dragon, the
dragons?
bearded dragon stuff.
yeah. What are they gonna do?
yeah,
Attack him in
probably-
his sleep? They're in your
I've
I feel
face.
like he would.
I've
hug them
had
to
bearded
sleep.
dragons before.
You're
I-
welcome to like do that.
I've been.
You're welcome to
I'm a
like
very
take them
bad-
out and be like, "This is cool."
I'm a very bad reptilian parent. I got some bodies. Those fuckers better stay away. I
I
died
went
in my
for a
sleep.
walk recently and brought 2 of the snakes out. And when we came back from the walk, there was basically every kid in the neighborhood was out on the street. And so we were there for like an hour just showing the reptiles. They're like,
Nice.
"Can we pet the
That's
snake?" Because one
Wait,
of my
you-
snakes.
You
can't
brought
do
your
that.
pets over?
No,
Not the
I took them on a
TennoCon.
walk.
Yeah.
Oh,
I took
like-
them on a walk.
Snakes on a walk.
Yeah,
No,
I just carry them.
put 'em around your
I
neck or
thought they
something.
like
Is that-
followed you. Or
is
some
that
shit. I was
legal?
like,
No.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
fine.
legal?
Yeah, that's legal. They're not like
You walk. They're not venomous or
I was gonna
anything. So
say,
like
they're not gonna, like jump out and like
I mean,
take him.
snakes.
Dude, I
I mean,
can't
on
do
the
that.
street,
he
that-
just chilled. Like he's
I'll
a
be like,
super
Run the
nice.
other way.
Yeah,
So is it slither or do you have to hold it?
No, I hold him. He
Don't they try to choke
he
your neck and
basically
shit?
sits on me like I'm a tree. No, I've raised him since he could fit in the palm of my hand, and he just turned 5 last month. So
Damn.
he's a really good. He's about 5 feet
Dude, that's where
long.
my
He's a
inner
really good
bitch would
snake.
come out, is
And then she's
holding
gonna
a
wake up
snake.
and I'm gonna be like eaten.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, I can send pictures. He's a really good snake, and like every kid in the neighborhood was like, "Oh, I want to pet the snake." And then Joe was carrying the I have a ball
Does it
python.
bite?
Oh, those are big.
I mean,
aren't they?
technically they could bite, but again,
Ah.
I've been raising them since they were teeny tiny. So
Wait, you
I
said you had a python?
have a ball python, 2 ball pythons, a Florida king snake, and a
2
Nicaraguan
balls.
boa constrictor.
All right.
A boa constrictor and
boa
a
constrictor.
Yeah, that thing
python.
No,
chokes you
are
out
you
if
not a
I'm right.
reptile guy?
I saw snakes on the plane.
Hmm?
Those motherfuckers are strong. All right. Those
Huh?
motherfuckers are
Too
strong.
many snakes
No,
in
no,
this
I
goddamn
actually no,
plane.
I don't mind reptiles. I actually don't mind them. I'm just
You're
like
tarantulas.
No,
fuck-
eventually I do plan
yeah.
to do something
No,
like
no,
that, but I don't
okay.
have any
Yeah,
spiders
no,
yet.
I might.
spiders. That's we draw the
No,
line right
no.
there.
No,
It's
I
just
don't.
like,
I don't
yeah.
have any. I have the
He's
2 bearded
like
dragons,
nice,
4
no,
snakes,
all
a bunch
cool
of
and
other
stuff,
stuff.
but-
But
I mean, yeah,
None.
the lizards are pretty cool, but I don't know about snakes. I mean, that like I
The
don't know.
ball pythons are chill most of the time, but like
It's
spiders
python in the
ain't no way.
name.
Huh?
I'm telling you right now, he's a big baby. I let the 4-year-old hold the
Trust
python.
me.
Like he's
Every kid
perfectly
hates me.
fine.
That python would see me. He's like, "That's my enemy. I want to kill that man."
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
I-
throwing
can I-
pictures up now.
Yeah,
Animals
yeah, okay.
hate me for some reason. I think they can see the inner soul inside me, and that's why.
Dude, cats hate me, and I love cats so much. And I'm not a fan of
Elbows
dogs, but
It's
dogs
always like
flock
that,
to
dude.
me.
People who hate cats, the cats always go to them.
Yeah.
Whereas like it's
I
always
love
like that.
almost
Dude,
all
dogs
animals.
flock to me like no tomorrow. I'm like, I would rather play with your cousin, you know.
Whoa, pause.
But
What?
What
okay.
do you mean?
Whoa.
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 I love
cat.
dogs. I love dogs.
Oh, okay.
Dogs,
Yeah.
cats are all right. Cats. I don't know.
Cats
A good cat.
The chill cats, the chill
I
cats,
wanna get
not
a
the ones
vocal
that fuck
cat.
you up.
I want to get a vocal cat. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
What do you
No,
mean?
you don't.
Jesus.
What do you mean?
No, you
vocal
don't.
cat?
Like one of
You
those
want
ones that
them
just
to be
meow.
ones that meow, but like, no, you don't.
Oh,
Trust
hell
me.
no.
I have one of those.
That's your snake.
Yes.
That's a big
Oh,
boy. That could fuck me up
hell
at
He's,
night, dude.
he's a big
Hell
boy.
no.
He's 5
Oh
feet
my-
long. One of those pictures
That's
is my
5
snake
feet.
with Joe's their siblings. So
It's
Yeah, I'm not coming to Boston. No.
yeah, like you have a
I don't care how good the anime is.
yeah. It's like
No.
we'd like to invite you for dinner. Like, nah, I'm good. I feel like I'm gonna be dinner instead. No, I'm good.
I promise they are very, very well behaved. Like I
Do you
said,
see
all the
girth
kids
on
in the
that? The
neighborhood,
girth on that python right there. That
That's
man
what they
is
all say.
built.
they're very sweet. I've literally raised him since he
Uh-huh.
could fit in the palm of my hand.
That's how
And
they
he's
get
got
you.
I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
That's
Like,
how they get
you
you.
have a kind soul, probably not us.
Yeah.
They're gonna see that shit. They're
We're
gonna be like,
tainted.
"Fuck him up."
Yeah, they can feel the vibrations. Like that
That-
guy's.
That little one with the red door behind it, like that's what he was when he was a baby. I've been raising him since he was that small.
I'm just gonna duct tape my door shut. So
Dude.
you guys just let
Dude,
me know
I'm
when
bringing
we're
a
leaving.
fucking, you know those mattresses that zip up? I'm fucking doing it all the way. Dude. Just unlocking that shit. I'm gonna be like,
I don't know. How
He's-
you can
I
I
have
can just
that.
keep them in a
Open
separate.
it in
They're
the
in their
morning.
own room.
No, I don't give a shit. I get to go to an anime convention
No,
with the fellas.
no. You know what? I'm literally gonna be Tracy Morgan in that movie.
Who the
like,
fuck
nope,
is that?
no, hell no,
dude,
no.
I'm bringing
I
two
refu-
snake,
No,
the prongs. I'm good so I can use them all the
We-
time. That's
We
what
were
I'm
on our
doing.
way back, and somebody walked by us on the walk, and they went, "Oh hell no!" and just kept walking right by us. It was so funny.
That guy's great. That guy's great.
Dude, that
It
man
sounded
has
like
common
Ed
sense.
too. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
hilarious. But this person was like, "Oh hell no!" and just
How
like
to
kept.
not get
it
robbed
started,
101 is
kicking
carry a
up
ball
beats.
python on your head, dude. That's what
That's
you gotta
funny.
do.
But yeah, I was like I said, we were walking around with them, and then came back and was like basically attacked by every kid in the neighborhood. We're like, "Can we hold him? Can we pet him? Like,
Nice.
what's going on?" And like more people kept crowding around.
Do the dragons hurt when you hold them? Because it looks spiky.
So they look spiky. If you went to like just grab them aggressively, yes, those spikes would hurt. But like if you gently pick them up, they're actually quite soft.
Do they bite?
They could, but again, I've been raising them since they were little. You know, the more you handle the animals, the less likely they are to be
if you
aggressive.
don't hold them too, they won't try and like climb.
So if
up
I grab
you.
that motherfucker and he's never seen me, that man is killing me on the spot.
No.
If he manages to kill you, Doc, you deserve to die. Let's put it that way.
I have
You
gotten
are
them
weak.
used to just people in general. So it's not just necessarily like they're just good with me. It's just like they're good with people in general. I've gotten them used to like being held by people. Small children, my nieces and nephews will come over, and one of them's, you know, they're on the younger side, and they're all
children don't value their life. They do stupid shit all the time. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
There are people, when I would walk around with the beardies going to like the store or something like that, who would completely avoid me and would go into an entirely different aisle just because I had a beardie hanging on my shirt.
Good.
That's
Is
funny.
good. That is good.
They can't do anything. Like, the most that they're gonna do is like cock their head to the side and like make sure that they're not being attacked. Beardies have a sensor on the top of their head that kind of like senses shadows,
Malice.
lights and
Malice.
shadows. No.
No.
Lights and shadows.
God.
What was that, Knight?
I didn't say anything.
No, that was my robot, and I had to mute myself because she was like, reminder to empty the cat litter.
Nice.
If I don't set myself reminders,
thought
I
you
will
had the
forget what day of the
Reminder
week it
to
is.
refill the cat litter.
Am I the only one who bullies robots? Like, you know the vacuum
What?
ones? My mom used to have one for a long time.
I thought you said
didn't-
Roadblock. I was like,
No.
what?
Yes, he
No,
bullied,
no.
and you're
And
not
I
the
just,
only one
like,
to bully Roadblock. That's okay.
What do you mean by that?
It's what I say behind your back. It's fine.
Why I gotta? Why
Those pythons
I-
look like they would
Yeah,
suffocate
why
me
I
to
gotta-
death.
They are so he's technically strong enough, but again, I feed
Wait,
him
all right.
regularly.
No, wait. So if does he have the ability to kill me?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there
he
we go.
wouldn't
That's our
eat
answer.
you.
That's
He
our
wouldn't
answer.
eat you.
That's our answer.
But like,
guys.
But
I mean,
he-
technically, a
he's-
cat has the ability to kill you too. But you know, you still pet cats.
I can fight off a
I
cat.
would kick the
Someone
shit out of a cat.
strangling my neck.
I would.
Yeah, I think the
It
cat.
would
The only
take
time
a
a
while,
cat would
but-
kill you if you're asleep, it will bite your neck, sure, but
Yeah.
a snake.
No, because cats could claw you to death. You could if it was a mean cat, they absolutely could kill you. But the thing is with the snake is like, again,
claw you to death. How
he-
small do you
he
have to
doesn't-
be?
If
want
he
to do
started
that.
constricting around my neck, could I stop it?
yes,
Okay.
Doc,
you can
why
stick
are
your
you trying
hand.
to figure
You
out
would
if this
definitely be
thing would
able to
kill
like
you?
stick your hand in
Because I've
between.
never like touched a reptile before, and I'm never gonna. But
You've never
it's-
touched a
it's-
reptile?
no,
That makes
no,
me very sad.
No,
L.
I am happy about it.
The only
actually, on
thing- the only
contrary.
reptile
Why?
I
Like my
touched
crested
was a,
geckos are soft.
I've
No, I
touched-
thought you were
I've
going
actually
with
never
that,
even touched a
Knight.
cat before.
and a,
because,
and,
like,
and a
you were going.
monitor.
my parents don't like pets. I've
You've
touched
never-
a dog in Canada when I go to Canada to visit my uncle. He has a
You've
dog.
never pet a cat?
Nope.
Wait, you
That
never
is
pet
a
a
lie,
cat?
Doc. That is
Nope.
actually objectively
Oh
a lie.
yeah,
Oscar.
Bro, Oscar never let me pet him.
That is
Oscar
bullshit.
never let me pet him.
I watched a video. You sent me a video of you petting his head. You're
Did
full
I?
of shit. You're a liar and a charlatan, Doc. You're full of shit.
Have I met? No, I thought Oscar always fucking ran
Nope.
away when I tried
Nope.
to pet him, dude.
I've seen it. Either I've seen or I've heard you say like he actually let me pet him.
Oh, I have pet a cat. Yeah, it was in Canada actually.
Your Honor,
you're
I rest
right.
my case.
Yeah, but I've never pet like a snake or shit. Absolutely not. I value my life
I hope you're
quite
not
a bit
petting shit.
actually. Yeah, no.
But you should though. They're so nice. Like when you actually
listen
take
to her.
care of animals and you know you get them used to people, like they can be very, very sweet.
Doc, I'm telling you right now,
Look, I
a
just sent
snake would eat
pictures
you
of-
alive.
I just sent pictures of the crested geckos. They're literally so. I have way too many animals. I'm sorry. They
Dude,
literally
those
are
the one in
so
Avatars that
soft.
spin?
They're super soft, but their acidic blood will kill you in an
No.
instant. Doc.
What?
Doc,
They do not have
dude.
acidic blood.
don't listen
Dude,
to her,
that's
Doc.
that fucking
she's
Lord
trying
of the
to kill
Rings
you.
eye, dude, on that third picture.
Are you gonna put this up on the podcast? You're gonna be
Yeah,
editing,
I'm
right?
making marks. I'm making
These
All
guys
marks.
are
right.
beautiful though. That one's really
you.
beautiful. The orange one.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
have those 3 crested geckos. I have
at the
3
tiny feet, they're
Amazon
so
milk frogs. The Amazon milk frogs are super cute. I have
Is that how
4
you guys-
dwarf
that-
stone
you guys
spend
geckos.
money on milk?
Who names these, by the way?
Yeah, that sounds like a
Like-
that sounds like some sort of like candy from like Amazon milk frogs.
Well, they almost look like the Hypnotoad from Futurama. They're so
Oh.
cute, and they don't even look real. I love them to pieces.
Yeah, this
They're-
guy's cute. It
I
doesn't
had
look like
wanted
it
them.
kills me because it
Wait,
doesn't have
The
nails
crested
or anything.
geckos. Yeah,
that
I
thing
love
would
my
kill you
cresties.
dead.
Where's the milk frog? Actually,
Hold on, I'll post those in a second.
let's see
The
that.
Amazon milk frogs are adorable.
That's what they say, but then when you see them,
So
it's
you don't
like,
have anything venomous.
No,
No, that would be
everything she
dangerous.
owns can or will
You-
kill you.
That looks poisonous
Oh,
right
that's
there.
cute. He's doing the little hand thing like a cat, dude.
No, that looks poisonous. What is that?
So Amazon milk frogs, technically they're black and white, but their skin is so thin that you can actually see their blue blood. So that's why they appear blue. That's
They got
actually their
blue
blood.
blood?
They have blue
How do you
blood.
not
So
lose these things though?
they have their
What?
own houses. What do you mean?
Why?
They each have their own
You don't
containers.
just roam around the fucking house, dude.
Only
You
the
don't
cats
just
roam.
dude. You
Yeah,
don't
she could
just-
accidentally step on it. You know, no.
I was gonna say you don't just wake up in the morning making scrambled eggs and oops, there goes Bluey. You fucking.
The frogs would dry out.
Scrambled it with the eggs.
Aw, damn.
I don't wanna let the eggs go
Here
to
you
waste.
go. A little bit more
No,
protein
Bluey.
today.
Don't give him a name. Oh man,
Yeah, my
Bluey.
eggs look a little
fucking-
blue today. I wonder why.
Fuck.
But yeah, they have blue blood. One of the pictures is from like their underside. That's on their belly. That's their skin
Yeah.
being so thin that you can see that blood through their skin.
You're
It's so
literally-
Yeah,
cool.
you're not
Holy
making you're not making it any.
No, I'm
they're
not gonna lie, dude. His
cute.
hands being like this looks kind of cute.
Nah,
I'm sure that
nah,
motherfucker would kill me,
frogs look
but
weird to
yeah,
me.
no.
No, I don't know, man.
You don't have to like them. I think they're cute. I
I
got
mean, yeah,
the
it's-
frogs and the.
No, you have
actually,
to
I didn't even
convince us.
post pictures of the Florida
I don't know.
king
There's
snake
nothing cuter than cats and foxes. I don't know, man.
Foxes are
Foxes
pretty
are
damn
cute.
cute. Foxes.
Yeah.
If they didn't fuck up your entire backyard, I'd probably
If they
own
didn't
one.
Puppies,
stink a lot
puppies,
too,
dude.
is that
Oh,
you know
foxes, I
stink.
bet fucking reek.
Yeah, they stink.
You know, little lion cubs are apparently really cute too.
You
I
mean
would-
cats?
No cubs like lion.
They're
cubs.
cats. They're cats.
Cubs are not
Fuck
cats.
you.
They're
Well,
cats.
they're big cats, but yeah.
Yeah, you see, you're big cats. They're felines.
So how strong are they? Because I've seen so many shorts about pythons. Like when people
Doc,
touch
have you
them,
ever
like,
seen someone
can
bench
feel everything.
500 pounds? That's what they can
So,
do. That's what they
they-
can do.
They're almost
Just
entirely
with your
muscle.
face. Just with your face,
Yeah.
Doc.
And a ball python.
Yeah, ever seen that video of that chick breaking a watermelon with her thighs?
Not even that. Have you seen
Oh,
the
shit.
Amelie
Yeah.
Man clip where he just goes like that to someone's face?
Python
Yes.
can break her.
No. Ball pythons
That's-
are non-venomous and kill their prey by constricting it, but are not large enough to cause harm to human and pets. Ball
Yes.
pythons can be well suited to both experienced keepers and beginners.
Yes,
That's made
those are
up.
the ball pythons. So that's like
That
the
was written
lemony
by
yellow
a
looking
python.
one.
Yeah,
That was
Python
written by
written
Python.
that.
The
Dude,
ball
Yeah,
python
I
could not
guess.
kill you. The boa constrictor could kill you. The
I
ball
don't know.
python, not so much. They don't.
Wait, which one is the boa one? Or you don't
So
have one?
no, I do. I have two.
Oh.
Dude, Doc, don't you listen to a word she says. She's paid off
Dude,
by
I was
big
actually
reptile.
like thinking like I'll fucking
She's
get
paid
a
off by big
hotel
reptile,
near
dude.
Boston Anime or something. No,
Oh, the
I'm not
video
doing it.
where it's slithering. Oh man,
So that one is the Florida king snake.
Dude, Harry Potter has ruined snakes for me.
it's called a kink snake.
King, K-I-N.
What's the
Oh,
what
Florida
reptile is the
king-
one
other snakes.
that's laying on its
and she's bringing
back?
it closer. Oh, that's
You
nice.
see, the funny thing is, I actually don't mind snakes, but if I see a centipede, every fiber of my being demands I need to
Dude,
throw
shut the fuck up.
the heaviest
I had a-
object
No.
I
Dude,
own at it.
I had a centipede in my kitchen the other
Today?
day.
They can
Oh,
go
No,
in
no,
your ear,
fuck no.
dude.
Dude,
Wait,
I went
what
to,
reptile is the one laying on its back though?
that's the cat.
I knew
You
that.
fucking.
I knew that.
Anyway, I went into the kitchen. It was at night. I wanted to get something, and as soon as I turned on the light, it ran underneath, and went under my kitchen sink. You know, like the whole cabinet thing.
Blow
It
up
went
the
under
house.
there.
Love
I was
it.
like,
Dude,
I'm like, you know what? I'm not thirsty. I'm no. like,
I'll die here.
yeah,
as
I'm
much
out.
as I don't like these snakes, I kind of want to see how long their reach is. Like, if I put it like 10 feet in the high, will they fucking grab that
10
shit?
10
you know?
feet in the
high.
high.
Holy fuck, bud.
Communications major, by the way.
If I put it 10 feet high, will they? Can they grab that
10
shit?
feet in the air, Doc. 10 feet in the air.
Fuck you.
That's not.
Holy.
So I'm sure there are some snakes that could, but mine, they can only stretch out, as far as like their body itself.
Until
can
they
go.
start
So those are the
jumping,
ball
Doc.
pythons that I just posted
Some
the
of
pictures
them
of.
can
Jump?
some of them can coil up and
No.
jump and propel themselves upward.
Yes.
Up
No
to
shot.
30 feet, Doc. You're fucked. You're screwed. When the snake apocalypse comes, you'll be the first to die. All
They
right.
are almost all muscle.
Dude,
so they have a
graphing-
skeletal system, but they are almost all muscle, and so they
So
can
they can't get fat.
get fat.
Oh.
If you overfeed them, absolutely they can get fat. There is a
Literally.
thing with obese snakes, and it will shorten their lifespan.
Literally me.
Oh shit.
Obese snakes. Damn.
Yes,
like-
you can have an obese snake if you overfeed them.
Literally.
So the boa constrictor only eats every other week. He has one meal every other week.
Damn.
Wait,
you
is the
fucking
coiling up and
bastard.
jumping thing an actual thing? I was just
Some
talking mad
some
shit.
snakes can like lunge forward. They can like
Isn't
pull
that kinda
themselves back
sad,
and
though?
lunge like up to half their body length forward.
Can they eat
I made
dessert
that
and
shit
stuff?
up.
Or like
It's
just
not
meat?
it's not like that. So it depends on the snake. There are some snakes that eat like
Oh
crickets
hell no! What
and
is that?
stuff. Um
Dude,
but
it's slithering on her wrist.
most snakes eat like rodents. Some can
Uh-huh.
eat frogs. Mine eat
No, Depths
rodents.
Depths
So
is
So
like,
I
like, you
better
can
watch
give
out.
them
Yours
Yours
cookies
eats
if
humans.
you want
I knew
to.
it. I knew it.
no, you don't
Huh?
you don't give them like treats like that. I could do that with the bearded dragons.
Wait,
They like
so you
fruit.
called a human a treat?
No.
Oh,
no.
Dude, Road,
We're
you're
doomed.
gonna be the treat, Road. You're gonna be the
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna wake up and be like halfway in the mouth of a snake.
Yes,
like,
my
dude,
my king, my
They can't
snake
get past
king
our
here
shoulders.
is a newly born infant. Consume
that's what
it
you're gonna
for-
tell me to make me feel better. They can't get past my shoulders.
Yeah, they can't get past your shoulders. Well, they wouldn't. My snakes wouldn't be able to even eat like the size of our head.
Not
They can
yet.
only eat the size
Not
of a
yet.
large. No, they don't get any bigger.
It's too late.
The
I'm
boa
horrified.
constrictor is not going to get any bigger.
Have
Ball
you seen
pythons will
an
get
I'm gonna
bigger.
get
anaconda?
skinnier, brother. They look really good though. Like they look really beautiful.
you.
I
Thank
just
you.
wouldn't fuck with them.
Thank you,
That's
Doc.
about it.
Dogs.
No,
yeah,
wait, why are you kissing up, man?
Doc's just trying to make it so he doesn't
Yeah.
die.
Yeah,
He's
If I
like, on
compliment
the
them,
good
they
list.
won't eat
It's
me.
like, yes, it's like, see, I told
You go
your
to Kira's
mother
place and
that
Kira's
you're
like,
quite
fucking ball
a
python, get that
magnificent
motherfucker right
being.
there. Get him.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
She's
Imagine
Yeah,
you
I
try
would-
to pet it and it just latches on and bites
Dude.
your fucking hand.
Dude, you're petting it and it goes straight for your balls, dude, and you just have it there trying to get it off.
So I have a story
don't
about
you
that.
start.
I have a story. It's not the snakes
Joe,
though.
you
One of the
poor,
bearded
poor
dragons.
soul. Joe, no.
Wait.
One of Joe's bearded dragons
Lil
was
Joey,
feeling
no.
frisky and bit the shorts right near his, manhood and was like pulling and thrashing. It was just the shorts, but it was very close to other things.
But
and
if you
there's
got the balls. Oh god.
No, it didn't. But bearded dragons' bites are extremely strong. So there are two lumps on the back of their
went
head.
from
Joe
dude.
to Joanna at that point.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Oh my
And-
Oh,
God.
He literally happened to like feel frisky and bit the shorts and was like thrashing
Oh my
with the
God.
short in his mouth, and it was very close. It was very close.
That's what she
Yeah.
said.
If
But
you want to
oh
pet
my
these guys, you
God.
pet them with the tongs. That's what
Is
you gotta
Joe
do.
there? Is he all right?
Yeah, he's in the other room. No, he's fine.
He's all right. Okay.
Yes.
I missed
Yeah.
that bastard.
Jeez,
Yeah.
dude.
He was one of the
Yeah,
good
those
ones.
things go, dude. You're done.
Sometimes I still
You're
think I
done.
can hear his voice.
And what? What?
Oh,
He
God,
died that day, dude. That was. This is the afterlife.
His soul left his body for a little bit, and it's
Oh,
like, oh
dude.
no, I'm still
Dude.
here, bro.
That would have.
Can't do this.
I would have been like, nope, dude.
Speaking of weird spider or weird encounters, I think I told this story before to you guys, and I haven't told it to Kira.
On
but-
the boulder.
Yeah. So I was in.
What?
This was in.
Boulder?
Yeah, this was in Tanzania. So I was with my.
Okay.
With my uncle and everything, and I was sitting on a fucking rock. And yeah, I was wearing sandals, so my feet were exposed.
Like they should be.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Yeah.
there was
Can
there
you
was
show us
grass.
a visual example?
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
So there, these are my feet being exposed to the sun.
I can't
And
imagine it like
That's
that.
some long toes.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
the sandals and everything,
now.
dude.
What
I
does
knew that
sandals?
whole
So-
style.
Can you
Okay,
show
there
us
you go,
your
there you
feet
go.
right now? Hey, Jesus, that's for the Patreon.
Yeah. Anyway.
Demonetized.
So there was a bunch of grass there, so I didn't think too much of it because I was like, it's grass, there's a little bit of
Oh, I
wind.
think I know where this is going.
So, yeah, so I'm like, what is that? It's like, so I'm like, this tickling is going on way too much. So I decided to look down.
The dude.
And it wasn't grass. Just to show, it was a black spider on my foot, and I turned into Bruce Lee in a matter of seconds and kicked that shit into the air.
How big?
I was freaking out.
Ooh, you
How
killed
big?
it probably.
My foot, spider.
No! No! I would have launched that thing into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Atomized.
So,
Oh god, dude.
so it was.
Yeah.
It
That's why you don't
was.
fuck with animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That would
so
have
it was
actually like mortified me. Shit like that I'm not ready for. Like Centipede have done the exact same thing too. I've like broken my hand against a wall. Not literally. I've like jetted my arm into like the nearest object.
Yeah, so apparently it was one of the biggest spiders around that area, and thank God it did not fucking bite, because oh my god, it was just crawling and I was just sitting still. And boy, when I kicked it, I think it made a sound. Okay,
Should have better have, fuck that man.
because I think I heard like a weird thing. I'm like, hell no,
Dude, kicked Yoda.
I ran to the fucking Jeep. I'm like, I am staying in this Jeep. I am not coming out. I just had something. And my uncle is like, why you a little bitch, man? I'm like, it was a spider. I'm like,
Size
you're
of
in
my
the fucking...
foot.
Yeah, you were here hunting and you're being a little bitch. I'm like, okay, listen. A lion can attack us, but we have a car. But this was a spider. They can crawl through things. You have no idea.
Just horrified the rest of
No,
the trip.
man.
You don't fuck with anything other than no. You don't fuck with anything at all. Not even cats or nothing. No.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I've never had an encounter like that, and I've never touched anything that I shouldn't be. I'm just happy.
I don't know,
with
Doc.
that.
Look at it. I
What do
don't
you
know,
mean?
man. I
What
don't
do you
know.
mean?
I've had some weird bug experiences. This was another thing in Zanzibar. So working, it's a little island in East Africa. So I was out there walking in this touristy area called Stone Town, and it has a lot of narrow roads
Uh-huh.
and buildings like really
working on
close
my
to each
figure.
other. All right. And it was at night, and I was like, cool breeze just blew past me, and I was walking with my cousin, and I decided to look up. Why did I do that? I don't know. I was fucking stupid. So I looked up. There was a fucking giant spider hanging around in his web. And I don't know if I was high. No, it didn't land on me. I don't know if I was high or anything, but this thing looked way bigger than it should. I don't know if that was like a prop or something, but I just stood there. I'm like, that can't be real, right? That can't be real. And my cousin is like, let's check. He
Oh
picks
my
up
God.
a fucking pebble. He threw it, and I was like, no. So I grabbed it. That thing missed. It didn't touch the spider. It hit the web, and it moved. And I ran.
No.
I ran. I was like, no, I'm gone. I am gone. Imagine that thing just went, hey, what up, guys?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Make sure you like
Yeah.
this fucking...
I was like, nah, I'm like, I was gone. No.
can't do
Kira's not
spiders.
even phased by this. She's like, oh yeah.
I lived in the woods for most of my life. Like the house that I grew up in was in the middle of the woods. So like we would get wolf spiders, which
Yeah,
are basically the
those
size
are
of your
fucking-
hand.
Those are fucked up.
And they would just be in the house.
Absolutely not.
My aunt's like super afraid of them, and there was one that crawled across the fireplace in their house, and I caught one in the
hell no.
basement. You can't use a cup. Like normal spiders, you can like catch them with a
Yeah.
cup. I needed a
reminds me.
pail. I needed to get like something significantly
Bucket.
bigger to catch the
Yeah,
one in
wolf
the
spiders
basement.
wolf spiders are fucked.
They're big and they are
Jesus.
fast.
That
They're
They're
reminded
very
me of
fast
a
for their size.
baboon spiders. That's another one.
I-
Okay, think of a fat tarantula with a lot of hair.
That sounds
Oh my
adorable.
fucking no.
adorable. That thing looks scary.
You know
Am I
what
the only
is
one who's
adorable
fucking
though?
lived
Peacock
inside their
spiders.
fucking house their whole life.
I think what spooks me more, because I live in a heavily wooded area, fucking wood ticks. Wood ticks.
I hate ticks.
They scare
I
the
hate them.
absolute shit out of me. I hate
Oh.
them. I hate them so much.
Yeah. I've been bit by a tick, and luckily I was put on medicine beforehand as a precautionary thing.
Wait.
But I did get a bullseye
You
and
get,
everything.
Lyme
too,
disease,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, are you supposed? Wait, if you get like a tick attached to you, are you supposed to immediately take medicine?
Not
Yeah, 'cause they have
necessarily,
Lyme
but like
Lyme disease.
they were
Lyme disease and shit, yeah.
I know about
concerned.
Lyme's disease. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, wait a second.
That was
I
more
went
than
to the
24
doctors
hours.
because it had been attached to me for who knows how long. And so I'm one of those weirdos that like inspects things. So I happened to think it was like a fuzzy on my inner thigh, and I pulled it off, and I was like, "Huh, fuzzies aren't supposed to have legs." So I brought it out to my mom. It was in my inner thigh, and so
Inner thigh.
yeah, and so
that's next to other areas.
Yes. Nice.
Yep.
Yes.
And I happened to find it because I went to the bathroom and I looked down and I thought it was a fuzzy.
Wood ticks are fucked.
And it wasn't a fuzzy and it had legs, and so my mom put it in a Ziploc bag, and we went to the doctors the next day, and they were like, "Well, it's already red." The next day, and we went to the doctors, and they were like, "It's already a concern, so we're just gonna put you on the stuff just in case, because it looks like it might start a bullseye." And thankfully, yeah, I was on the medicine that it would have been Lyme disease.
What the fuck?
So
Yeah,
if they hadn't caught it as early as they did, I would have had Lyme, like full blown.
Once again, if you, I think I've talked about this before on the podcast. If you see a tick on you, circle it, then try and get it off.
Yes.
What do you mean circle it? Like
you want to draw a marker,
circle around where it is, and then you can pull it off. Don't pull it off before.
Why?
Because it'll
you want to know if it has a bullseye in that spot.
If it's a red spot, or if it's swelling, or if it's a bullseye, blah 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 blah. After you pull it off, either the one thing could happen is the head, when you pulled it off, the head is still in you.
Yeah.
Or you've got Lyme's disease.
The problem is if you do not get the head, it'll still keep injecting.
Yep.
So you can get this thing called a tick key, and that is the easiest way to get them off.
Would you do that? Or what?
No, you have
if it's bit you already, then
you have to pull them off. Like they're you can't just scrape them off. They're tough. Like they're actually they attach themselves in, like, embed themselves into you.
Oh,
you have to I remember trying to get one off, and I was like actually like pulling.
This is why you can use something called a tick key. It's basically, it has a bigger circle and then a smaller piece on the other side, and you put the butt into the big part, and then you slide and pull, and it'll remove the entire tick with the head using this. It literally is something the size of like a keychain.
Yep.
That you can hang off your keys.
Leaving my fucking room.
This is what happens when you grow up like around wooded areas. I used to go camping, and so you have to learn this kind of stuff.
I haven't touched nature in 23 years.
When I was younger, we used to go camping. Granted, it was in a trailer and in a trailer park, but there's still a lot of wooded areas, still a lot of that kind of stuff. And similar to your spider walking on your foot story, I tend to be barefoot, and my mom yelled at me. It was like, "Go put shoes on when you're walking around." I'm like, "It's just we're in the middle of nowhere, like it doesn't matter." And so I was walking around barefoot, and I stepped because it's more comfortable. And so it was just on grass and some rocks. Like it wasn't like I was deep in the woods. Like we're at a campsite in a trailer park. It's nothing crazy. And I go and I step on a slug. And it suctions itself to the bottom of my foot. And so now I'm hobbling back because I don't want to squish the slug to the inside of the trailer. And they had to use like rubbing alcohol and stuff to pry the slug off the bottom of my foot.
Yeah.
No, it's just a slug. Okay, it's not bad. Yeah.
I feel bad for the slug.
You feel bad for the slug?
Yeah, I like animals.
Okay.
Doc would have
animals are better than people.
Doc would have welded that back off his foot.
10, so.
I like animals and stuff, but
then don't kill me. Cats and dogs. That's it. That's it. That's
wait. Here's something. Kira.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be one of the dumbest questions I want to ask, but
oh boy.
I mean, it's our podcast. I don't think you can have a dumb question.
I don't know. The bar's pretty low, dude.
So since she said she likes animals more, the whole bear in the woods, being stuck in the woods, would you choose a bear or a man type of thing?
Bear.
Dude, I can fight a bear.
Huh?
No.
I would So there has only been maybe 10 deaths from bear attacks recorded in the U.S.
Are there cubs nearby?
It doesn't matter. I can avoid the bear. The bear is more than likely not going to attack me. Nine
No, yeah,
times out
bears
of
usually
10.
run
That's
away
why
from
I'm asking
humans.
if there's cubs nearby. If there's cubs nearby, your chances of being attacked are probably going up.
Yes, but that's only if you mess with the cubs. If you stay away from the cubs, you have no. Listen, the bear is predictable. The bear is
but the
predictable.
the
If you
bear's
read the
predictable,
signs
though.
and you
Bears
stay away
actually-
from the
no, no,
bear,
no.
the bear does not want to hurt you. It doesn't want to
Yeah.
attack you. It goes out, it gets its food, it goes back to its house. It is
That's
a
fair, that's
predictable
fair.
creature.
The bear,
Yeah, bears
I'm
actually-
just saying
Human
because it's
men
something.
are
you
not
are food
That's
too.
why when you go camping, they say that you make noise, loud noise, because bears will go away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't want to
They
mess with
won't come
you.
near.
That's fair.
If you act bigger, literally, if you try to stand taller and act bigger, the bear 9 times out of 10 will back down.
He goes
Human men
fucked.
don't give a shit.
That 10% kicking in on her, dude.
It's like
That's fair. If there's like a random
bear's
just
over
solo
here,
dude
she's
out
like-
there, he's probably going to be
Yeah.
more likely to engage me than a bear.
I have been in the woods and have never had problems with bears. I have
I've
been
camped,
in
yeah,
my
that's
day
true.
to day and have absolutely had problems with men. So yes,
have
I
never
would
been
pick
in
the
woods,
bear.
and I will never have a problem with bears.
I would absolutely pick the bear over.
wait.
But
But
could you
not-
fight a bear? You think?
I wouldn't
Fuck
want
no.
to fight a bear. But the thing
Fuck
is
no.
like I can get away from the bear more likely than I would be able to.
No, you can't, dude. They can.
No.
They can
Okay.
chase you out so fast.
No, yeah, bear.
No,
can
but the
chase
thing-
you.
The thing is like again, chances are the bear is not going to attack me.
Yes,
But
It
yes,
has
the
no.
bear
If
is
I don't
chasing you.
provoke it, the bear is not
No,
going
I
to
get what
attack me.
Doc's saying. Like if you are better, your chances of escaping a person versus a bear are
Yeah.
like if we're talking
Okay,
middle
here's-
of
Again,
nowhere.
if you're
Scenario,
trying to
right? You're
fight the
dropped
two,
in-
yes, I would prefer to fight another human.
Yeah,
but
I think
that's
that's
not
what he
what
was
the bear
asking.
versus
Yeah,
like,
man
you get
is
dropped in, you got a jar
talking
of
about.
peanut butter on you. Would you rather have a bear chase you or a man chase?
Doc's dead.
I thought it was me for a second.
The bear took him out.
Oh, he's
Dude,
back.
dude,
Yeah, I was
you
like,
got-
why are you guys
You
frozen?
just got assassinated by a bear.
But that's the thing. That's not what the bear versus man is asking. It's not saying which one would you rather fight. Which one do you think you can take
Oh,
on? It's if you
anybody-
were
any-
stranded in the
yeah.
woods, would you rather
Dude, I
interact
could fight
with
a bear.
one?
I know I could
Anybody
fight a bear.
I would
using-
much rather be stranded in the woods knowing that there's a random bear that
Than a
could
ran-
come out rather than a random
The way
man.
you worded that, 100% bear. If it's just like
That is
random
what the question
area.
is asking.
I
If
would-
you
I
are
thought
in
it-
if you are stranded in the woods, would you
Yeah.
rather there would be a random bear that could be in the woods or a random man? I would absolutely rather a random
I thought it was
bear.
like confronted with. Like if
No.
I was confronted on a path between a random dude and a bear, like
No.
I'm
I'm
choosing
going
the
random
dude,
dude.
every
Yeah.
time.
It's the
Yeah.
idea that like which do you feel safer knowing that they could be out
in
there?
the area, yes.
And I would
do.
absolutely feel safer knowing that there's a random bear
a
out
bear,
there
yeah,
rather than
fair.
a random man because there are so many probabilities that could happen with a random man.
Yep.
A random
I agree with
bear
that.
could see me in the distance and
And
not
walk
think
away.
twice that
Yeah.
I'm out there, whereas a random man could see me in the distance and there are so many possibilities of what
could
could
be a-
happen.
Yeah, he could be a Twitch chatter too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
He could- he could
That's
know
more
me.
dangerous, brother. That's more dangerous.
Yeah.
There's a
worse, he's
lot
a
more
resident.
dangers involved.
Can you make me VIP or mod? That's
The
exactly
people
how
that
bad
ask
you
for that, they lose points in my brain. Little brownie points go down. I
Yeah.
hate being asked, "Can I be VIP?" No, you
works
can't.
for me.
If you
It's
ask, you're not getting it.
It's like when they're new, like you have only seen them for a day, and they're like, "Can I get VIP?" I'm like, "Bro, okay, what? No, why?"
Yeah,
When
because
I
they
first
want, they
started
want
streaming, there was
VIP
someone
so they
that
can spam
wanted that.
links.
Yeah, they wanted the mod just so they could have the little green sword next to their name. And I was like,
I hate
no,
that. Thing.
that's
I'm gonna be
not
honest. I
how
think it
that
looks
works.
Ugly as shit.
Yeah.
That's not how being a mod works. Like there are people that I absolutely adore in my chat, and I still would never make them mod because it's an
Wow,
entirely different
Yeah,
requirement.
You have to be there.
Like,
you have to
First
be
of all,
like.
you have to fill out an application. You have to live in my
don't
basement for
bother.
free. You know, you can't leave the fucking basement.
Free?
There's a lot of criteria to being a mod, and you have to give up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mod is a responsibility, and there's a lot of people who would be very good mods but don't want it because it changes the dynamic of
yeah.
what it
Yeah.
is that when you're watching a streamer. There are some people who have been mod and then step down because they're like, no, it changes how I feel when I'm watching your stream. And I'm like, that's fine. I have plenty of mods that are like very happy to be mods. One of my mods,
They like
see
the
a
power.
Violet. She comes in and she's my hype
good.
woman. She is
She's
like she wrangles chat like nobody's business. So if she's in chat, everyone behaves because they're like, oh shit, Violet's here. She'll take down everybody. Like somebody could be like even slightly doing something wrong where I will usually just brush it off because it's no big deal, and she'll be like, nope, squash. She will delete people like it's nobody's business.
This is why all my mods are bears. So we took care of that issue.
Yes. Road, make
See,
me
I
mod.
just tell mine,
I'll do
I'm like,
something
dude,
in your
my-
chat.
Dude, you are the last man on earth I would give
What do you mean?
moderation.
You know what's
Buddy.
funny? Debs made
Dude,
me
we
mod in
gave
her
you- no,
chat.
no.
I didn't even know that.
I saw that. I
No,
saw that the
yeah.
other day.
We gave you permission for the emotes, and my
Yeah.
god, the fucking 17
Dude, some of
emotes
the
this
stuff
man
some of the
adds
some of the
are
stuff you've
fucking
added.
insane.
What
I
do you
gotta
mean? They're
audit that
good.
stuff.
What do you mean?
Brother,
Pico enjoys it. Az enjoys it.
they're degenerates.
Yeah.
They're
because-
degenerates.
No,
I was gonna say
Az doesn't have degen emotes.
Pico's definitely the type of person that would enjoy the modern art banana on the wall. Just
I
saying.
also don't get why half my fucking emotes like .cock are fucking everywhere I go to.
I didn't add that. That's not me. See,
it on your stream?
I probably added
No.
that.
see, and
Dude, I
like
go to as a
Road,
stream and I
but,
get
like,
met with .cock. That's what I barely
Road,
go on
your
there anymore.
emotes, right? They're not fucking Coomer.
I
right?
did them.
No, I added some of yours.
Yeah, you added some of mine. And then
I've deleted a
some
bunch of
yours.
yours from my chat.
Huh?
And then I've deleted
What'd
some
you-
of yours.
What
Yeah,
did
I've
you
deleted
delete?
a lot.
So you can go re-add it again.
I've seen some of the shit. I've seen some of the shit.
What do you mean?
Dude, I've got,
You got like
I've
wisp
got deets.
ass spinning and shit, all that.
Oh,
stuff,
that wisp. Oh yeah, the
dude.
emotes. Yeah.
Like a bunch
Yeah.
of titties and changing the to THE or some T or HTE.
I see that. I saw that.
That
in
shit's
so
fucking
many.
annoying.
I saw that in so
Changing
many
the to
places.
actually spells the.
Yeah, it's like Warframe turns into fucking some chick going insane or something like that.
Yeah. Whenever
she-
you type Warframe in my chat, yeah, you'll see like someone having a fucking meltdown going because that's how we feel, right? With Warframe. Right?
That's how some people act when they get like so overzealous about stuff. They're like, oh, it's
And-
Warframe.
And then when it's not
Warframe is the
Warframe,
greatest.
it's
not bad at
it's a
all,
more
guys.
intensified version of that.
Mhm.
Dude, Warframe Andy / like Dick Writers are like insane. They don't give up. They're like
Don't you
everything's the
start.
best. Nothing's
I
wrong.
No,
dude,
I don't like
it's only
anyone
sometimes I do
who's
that.
like overly attached to one single video game. Like, bro, breathe, man. Breathe. It's like, you're not playing that game I love. How dare you? How dare you talk about
Jesus
this game?
Christ.
Only I can talk bad things about it.
Pennsylvania.
Easy there, Colin. Jesus
It's like they
Christ.
come in and they see a different game. Like one day I was playing Cyberpunk 2077, right? New update came out. I was enjoying the fuck out. I was like, why are you playing this game and not Warframe? Come here. Do you go anywhere else besides Warframe streams? No, I only play Warframe. I love the game. Blah blah. Okay. Well, too bad it's not here. It's like, wow, that's how you're gonna
See,
talk to me?
I
Yes.
don't get that because like you could just go to a different
what the
Warframe
fuck?
streamer if you want to watch Warframe.
Yeah.
That sounds like a customer service type deal.
Yeah,
So you
some
should
people are
always
very
play the game I want.
specific. Like I said, there was somebody who came in my chat and I was playing Warframe like every day for a while, and then I went to go play something else, and they were very, very angry that I wasn't a Warframe only streamer. They're like,
Yep.
I can't find anyone who plays just Warframe. I'm like, yeah, because no normal
Because they're not
individual plays
psychopaths.
only one game.
That's
One game and
psychopaths,
only
yeah.
one game for the rest of forever. Listen, I love Warframe. I eat, breathe, sleep, live Warframe 90% of the time. But like,
don't.
I
That's a bit too much.
I would like to play other things, and I'm allowed to sit here and gripe about the things that I don't like about the game, because I'm not going to sit here and white knight it either.
I
Warframe
will.
is my comfort game,
I
but that
will.
What things
doesn't.
you don't like about Warframe? Go right now.
Banshee.
No, act with the
You
game. With
said
the game.
enough.
Not Warframe.
Not with the game. With the game. Not
With
not
the actual
put
game-
Warframe in our title.
Yeah, there's a lot that could be and should be done when it comes to Warframe. Such as
Are you putting her on the spot, dude?
Yes, I am.
Goddamn,
I
dude.
am.
You
Put me on
realize
the
people
spot.
can't like people
That's
have
the
things,
best
but
part.
they can't just think of that on the
That's the
spot.
best part because then they think
He
outside the
did that
box.
to Deps. He was like top 5 anime chicks or go, and then she's like, huh, what?
I really want them to. I really want them to allow us to have quests that aren't just cutscenes. When they put all of their work into stuff like New War and one big update at the end of the year, all of the other updates throughout the year suffer.
Yep.
And I feel like that is an absolute shame. Because it's not like the one at the end of the year is even worth all of the other updates suffering until that
Because
either.
of it, yeah.
And so that is very frustrating. And I think even
like a more
Rebecca said it
spread out
herself
approach?
that I think it would be better if we just had some really good updates throughout the year rather than one massive big update at the end of the year and struggle bus updates all the way up into that. And I think they really need to focus on giving us better boss fights. We haven't had anything similar
That wasn't ready for that. That wasn't ready for that.
I want better boss fights. Even Rebecca said it herself that it just takes too much effort and too much time to come up with good mechanics for boss fights. And I think that's an absolute pity because look at how many people she said it herself on one of the streams. And it's an absolute pity because
look at everyone.
They make boss fights like Prophet Taker and
they've shown they can
the
do
other
work.
orb mom because I'm spacing out on stuff. I actually like Exploiter Orb's fight.
I hate that fight, but
that's the worst of the spiders for me.
Yeah,
but
I actually like that there's more to it than just
on paper and mechanical wise, it could be executed better, but you like the fight for what? For the mechanics. I get that.
Yes, I like the fight for the mechanics. I like that they tried something different. Even if you don't like the fight itself, I hope that they can do more bosses like that. Moving forward, but they refuse to.
Yep. I think that's valid.
Yeah.
I think that's super
we've
valid.
pretty much had the same we've talked about this over and over on the podcast.
Yeah, one of the ones
just need
one of the main things that people always sound like Warframe's such a perfect game. It has it doesn't have everything. No, and it doesn't appeal to everybody as well. It's trying to like be in the middle ground, but it can't even be in the middle ground because you're not gonna have people who play one way. People always want to experience the game differently, and experiencing the game differently is how you enjoy a video game. The one thing that I'm still surprised, it's been 11 years and no end game. Like what the why?
Once again, defined
at least another 11 years.
I was gonna say, what does endgame even mean anymore?
What do you mean? What does endgame mean?
Whenever I'm talking about it, I've been very selective with my words in saying defined endgame. Because if you just say endgame, it opens up to the people who are like fashion frame, all these things.
No. Those guys are coping. Actual endgame. Because we have so much power.
Wait, my friend. Wait.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying defined endgame. Because I get the point of view, like the end of the game, I can fashion frame, I can do all these things. I think a defined set in stone.
That's not even endgame.
Point. A defined set in stone point that
I will slap someone who says that.
That the game devs intend to
is
point.
Endgame, sir.
The devs intend to point you towards, like in Destiny 2, pretty much all avenues lead to a few different routes towards the end of the game. Some of it PvP, raids are a huge point that people get funneled into. Warframe, it's kind of just like, I beat the star chart, I beat Steel Path.
You beat the star chart, shit, go do it again.
Yeah,
but this time with 100 plus left.
There's no.
I was so fucking. I'm like, you're making me do the same shit over again.
There's like no defined funnel. It's just kind of It's kind of like you unlocked free play in the Lego game mode.
Isn't that what happens when you just like make updates and
it.
then don't try to connect them to the next fucking thing, and then now you just have a bunch of shit that's just
the content
from
islands.
Each other.
I think that's also kind of what Kira was talking about with things being like the rest of the updates suffering, is that again they're constantly doing this push forward approach of next update, next thing, next big update.
Shoving too much shit without even expanding on it.
The constant push forward does not allow them to take that time and really refine some of these game modes, really refine some of these new pieces of content, or tie them in certain ways. Because as soon as if they have to stop and they have to focus on this one thing, and that means they have to go back and probably do it with other things. And at this point, I think the backlog for it is so long that it's hard to turn the ship in that direction. But it's also a thing of I'm for sure I'd be willing to bet money that it's a thing of like we're not willing to gamble this, or it's like horrifying to be like there's not going to be that huge of an update this year. And we're going to be focusing on quality over quantity, kind of almost. Not that they put out a shit ton of updates, but really refining those middle quests and stuff.
You know what I think they should do after Warframe 1999? They should, of course, refine the update, but also start focusing on the things that need to be refined.
But that's the same shit we said when it was New War.
No, no, but this time they have to they gotta go back in time. The game modes are pretty doo-doo water. You know how many variations of defense we have?
They've aged a lot of game modes and stuff. I think the better way to say it is they've aged poorly. They've aged like fucking milk. A few of these.
The thing I hate about it is that there's so much shit now in Warframe. The fact that they have to release new updates so that new players can just play it on the spot. Because it takes so fucking long.
That is frustrating.
For fucking new players to get from one quest to the new quest, and it's like
it's
way too much fucking content. As much as we all love variety and content,
does it so much
way
better.
Too much
Holy
of it.
Shit!
You have 3 fucking different planet star charts. You have a lot of different fucking daily missions you could do on top of the quest, on top of a whole bunch of other shit you have to keep track of, like leveling up, all that, and there's just way too much, dude.
Yeah.
There's hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of things that you can do in Warframe before you really start to get to the point where you're like, I don't have anything else that I can do. I don't have any other weapons I can grind. I don't have any.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
I think if you took your time, like truly, I think, and like extracted every bit of enjoyment out of everything, I could definitely see someone getting thousands. But
yeah,
thing
for
is,
sure,
like,
100.
I would say probably it was probably around the 2,000 hour mark where it started to slow down for me because I just enjoyed myself. I didn't rush through it. I didn't try to get like the best this, the best that as fast as I could. It was just I found a weapon. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I used it in the missions while I was going through the missions. I didn't sit there and be like, oh, let's get a mastery rank grind. I was probably about 2,000 hours in before I even was like, oh, let's try to get to mastery rank 30. Like, it wasn't even a thing on my mind. It was just, let's just play the game to enjoy the game.
Remember that? Where, like, I got Soma Prime and I was so excited, and now I get a new weapon and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, there's so many other weapons that do this better, and it's not unique enough.
All the new weapons are a lot worse. They keep on getting.
Dread, dude, we used to crave about the dread. Like, dude, gotta get fucking what's his name? What's this guy's name? Stalker. Get the dread, all these weapons, and now it's like, dude, we don't give a fuck about him. Like, who the fuck is that?
Oh, the Brahma exists. Why would you even need the dread?
The last time I heard somebody telling me I had to farm the dread was like 2015. What the fuck are you talking
Imagine you
about,
to
Doc?
farm that.
What the fuck are you talking about, Doc?
I mean, there's dread incarnate. What do you mean?
In like 2022.
Dread incarnate is huge, man. What do you mean?
I think doing things like Incarnons is a good thing for Warframe. I like that it makes us want to possibly go back and get things that we give us another shot at stuff that we didn't use.
The problem is doing Circuit and Duviri for pathos.
Oh, of course. I'm not saying that earning them is fun. I think them being in the game is nice. I wish they did more stuff that made me want to go back and re-look at things that I haven't seen in a while. Like when they did the Jupiter update and they redid the tile set, there are still every once in a while areas that I'm like, I don't I've actually been up in this little corner before. I like the exploratory side.
I think was one of the most positively received updates they've ever released.
Yeah,
like genuinely.
Yeah, and I wish they would do more of that kind of thing.
I can look back on like so many updates and probably pull out like somebody, not necessarily being like overly cynical, but like making a point of like yeah, I can agree with that. But like Glassity, I mean, I was just like, damn, this is just overall just a solid, fun update. Lopa Lopez had a few things at the beginning, but overall, I thought it was a really fun fight. For a while, after I had to
for the first 10 tries, sure, but it was buggy as hell.
That's what I was saying. Like if I was but they've ironed a majority of those out, I'd say.
Yeah, it's still annoying to do because you can't skip the cutscenes. Like, if anything slows down my gameplay, I hate it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Especially in a game like Warframe. In a game like Warframe, I can agree with that. But yeah,
don't do that.
I thought that was the start of them doing like just constant tile reworks, and I can see why they.
Like Zariman's tile is still one of my favorites.
Zariman.
Really nice.
It's gorgeous.
The Zariman's been
again, their
but
they haven't expanded onto on Zariman, which is so dumb.
Their
like,
tile
why?
set rework really, since Zariman has been going up. I like Intradi's lab and stuff. I still think that's
Intradi's lab is
really
gorgeous.
great.
I really wish they would push the creep factor. That's something that I like from Warframe.
Infested liches.
I'm really hoping with the infested liches that they can really just push. Because when Deimos came out, it's really cool, but it's almost like
it wasn't. Deimos.
It's almost It's almost gone too far that way to where it's like cartoony. I think for me, it's
I want
like,
the creep.
Okay, you pushed too far. It's like when a show tries too hard to be creepy rather than being creepy. I think some people
like
kind of get what I'm saying.
It's not trying too hard to be creepy.
No,
like,
but it's too far one way to where it's like, okay, I kind of think it's like it's just too much. Pull it back.
The
a little bit.
only creepy part I would say is Zariman. It had its like creep because it's a ghost ship.
Right, but they could have pushed it just a little bit farther, made it a little bit more ominous. Like I like that factor
the
of
thing
Warframe when they do it.
Yeah, you'll feel it's ominous if you play with like certain sounds enabled because you will hear like whispers and all that.
Yep. I think that was really well done.
It's awesome.
Again,
I
sound
love
team
that
and
kind of
design
stuff.
team have been fucking killing it these past few years.
There's nothing bad about the sound development team in my opinion. Like they knock it out of the. Sorry, my cat keeps walking in front of my phone. They knock it out of the park every time.
Yeah, pretty consistently. Every time I was shocked at how usually I don't listen to like certain panels during like shows or something whenever I'm watching them. The sound panel I've actually like when they 2023 I think they did Steinax's sounds. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty fucking cool. That's actually pretty sick.
It's cool, but they put it on when you don't want to listen to it. Just get to the point.
I was talking TennoCon panels. I think is perfect time for stuff like that. I think that's a perfect place for stuff like that because it's like. I mean, we're just sitting here for the day listening to all this stuff, how the game's made. I think it's like the perfect. I feel like
time. they drag it on way too much. That's the problem.
I don't know. I think it's important to like. One, I like it because I think that like they should be. I think TennoCon should be a celebration not just for like announcing stuff, but a celebration of how far the game has come, how hard the devs have worked to even put on, not just put on the show, but put into the game over these past few years. And the thing is, like, I love TennoCon a lot because they do put devs on the stage. They put people who work on the game on stage, which you never see anymore. Look at the Xbox game reveals. You get either actors or you get these big executive head honchos. You don't, like, same thing. People talk to, this is a common thing that gets brought up when BlizzCon used to happen, was, like, at least, like, the WoW
you
stuff.
don't have phones?
Yeah. But like, so that was a big thing, but at least they put a fucking developer on the stage. They had the balls to, instead of just throwing some PR manager out there who's going to say everything technically correct or something, they're going to put, the actual people who have worked on the game out there. I don't know. I think the way they do TennoCon is a fucking bang up job. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean TennoCon is pretty cool. It's a spectacle.
Don't they fuck up your ears though?
Huh?
It's so loud. They did better this year. It wasn't as loud as last year.
This year was better, but I also think it was just because it was a larger area. But there were certain points in this, it's 1, 2, where it was like, oh my, like Soulframe 1, I think had like, Soulframe 1 was way too loud. Again, it's hard to say because we were in the front both times, but still, like I can get like if they're trying to reach the back of the room or something.
Put more speakers back there then.
First off,
it can't be that hard.
They don't own the venue, so they might not be able to. There's that. So like, but like, yeah, like
There could have been ways to like test it because last year was so loud, like aggressively loud.
Yeah,
they exist. You can get volume meters and test that.
Yeah, to find out how much decibels it is and see. Yeah.
Light meters.
Wow, that's
no
crazy.
Way.
Hi.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Hello.
He's on his hip. He just got up, dude.
Hey, how you doing, big man?
It's good.
How's the nap?
It's all right.
It was all right. That was all right. That's big. That's big. How you doing? How we doing? How we doing?
Road, you see the thing?
What thing?
Oh,
Well,
so
as
you hopping on, or you gonna go back to bed?
I mean, this might be like not a bad time to call it because we've been. This is officially our longest podcast at about 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Holy shit, that went by
3
fast.
hours. That's
Yeah.
a long time.
That went
And
by really
I'm
fast,
late.
yeah.
I'm late for the collab I set up by about almost an hour.
Who's in the collab and what's the collab?
Fucking Higgs, me, possibly Vampy. Kira, you're gonna be busy, I imagine.
Yeah, I gotta go cook food and
Yeah, no
whatnot. So
No worries.
You have to eat.
sustenance is an important part of the day.
Those poor snakes.
Dude, VTubers don't need food.
Yeah.
No, I just
character.
Yeah.
Doc's
I
gonna
go
be in
nom on some gigabytes. It's fine.
Yeah, that's on. I don't know about that now.
Doc, come on, man. You
I don't know,
promised.
brother.
You promised me.
I might have to go get some food first and watch some anime for 4
Oh my
hours,
God.
and then I'll be there.
No. All right. I don't know who's gonna be there now. Not a fucking clue.
It's just gonna
Just have
be
it
you.
tomorrow, dude. Just do it tomorrow.
That is not. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it for this
People
episode.
leave your collab so many, you can do one day where you push it to tomorrow. You do it tomorrow, I'll be there.
No, I'm not moving it.
Perhaps.
But yeah, that's the pod for this week. Fucking Kira, if you want to announce socials and stuff, where can people find you? What you got going on type stuff?
It's mainly Twitch, but I do some YouTube stuff. Everything else is not as great. But yeah, it's under
Shout that
Kirarahime.
out.
So
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put in the link and everything.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
As anything to add?
I didn't realize this was yours a live, so I'll be back after, I guess.
This voice is gonna be great on the podcast.
Oh my God. As with the surprise cameo. No.
Oh, shit. Oh no, I should have said that. No. But no, yeah.
You should crop him in like he's been here the whole time, just super quiet.
I just put him like peeking into the camera at points.
Yeah.
Random points in the video.
But no,
yeah.
thank you everybody. And Mr.
Yeah,
Road,
thanks.
Mr. Nightmare, Mr. Kira, Miss Kira. and
Mr.
No,
yes,
no.
yes,
Smooth
clearly.
operator
No.
there, man.
Thanks,
I know,
thanks
right?
for joining, Kira. That's
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Having a guest here usually does change up the perspective.
Fucking hate
Yeah.
talking to these guys over and over.
I don't blame him.
What?
Yeah, no. It's fucking good. Good stuff. Appreciate you coming on, all that stuff, fellas. It's been real.
Yeah.
Bye.
Till next week.
And always, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
No, bye.